All right, welcome to ESL's King of the Hill here in Burbank. I'm Ultra David.
Tasty Steve.
What's going on, everybody? So this is now the second of the second set of Kings of the Hill. Of course, KBrad won the end of the last one, and as a result, he was invited back for the first of this second set, which was last week.
Right.
He won that one, which means that he's back again. He's still King of the Hill. He's been doing a pretty good job.
He's been doing a pretty good job. Of course, you guys just saw the set that went down for last week between KBrad and Oliver Queen. So, I mean, we have two new contestants who will be waiting. They're going to play, and then the winner of that will get to play KBrad in a 1-to-10 set as well. So there's a lot that we have. It's a lot of games that we're going to get to watch. 1-to-10 sets. We normally don't get to see this kind of format, but you guys are getting used to it now because, of course, ESL King of Hill format.
Yep, that's the format right there. King of the Coast Invitational, NorCal versus SoCal. Man, I still have to say NorCal because technically the person from Northern California, KBrad, is still winning. I hope at some point it'll be SoCal so that I can go back to saying NoCal, but it hasn't happened yet. As we said, since KBrad won last week, he returns to defend the title. 1-to-10, like you mentioned, everybody's allowed. A couple of stages that are typically banned in tournament play, beach and training stages, are both banned. And as always, the loser has the option to change characters. I don't really expect that, but we'll see. We'll see.
It hasn't been too many situations in which we've seen that they change characters. It hasn't been too many times we've seen character select switches, but as of course you can see here, we can see the blotted out players who have played in previous King of the Hill tournaments, and let's just see who's playing this week.
Yeah, that's right. For Southern California, we have Saliou, and for Northern California, we have Brian John. I'm excited about both of these guys. They've both been playing for quite a while. You know, last week we had a chance to see a couple of people who haven't been playing for terribly long. Right? Both of them, by their own admission, about a year, maybe less. Not the case for these guys. They've had success in the past, but I really feel like in SF5 we're seeing a lot of their, strongest stuff come out. Right.
Well, I mean, we have to remember, since this is a NorCal versus SoCal event, and on top of that, we don't really get to typically see these players play each other, or just these characters in a lot of instances. And a lot of times they have experience from their own regions versus these different characters. Yeah. So it's always a blast to see these guys play each other, in a long set.
Yeah, that's right. So the winner of this is going to get to play against KBrad, who remains as King of the Hill. He's going to want to stay on, expecting him to go with the Cammy. He's looked pretty solid. Last week against Oliver Queen was not quite as solid as the previous couple times that we saw him, but still, of course, he made it out on top. And for winning last week, and if somebody new wins again this week, ESL gets a nice stick from Controller Chaos. Look at this. I like those graphics. I like those looks. Controller Chaos is where you can get some similar looking cool things for yourself. So let's go over to Steve, who's going to have a conversation with the players.
All right, guys, I'm over here with our two contestants today to see who gets to play Mr. KBrad in this King of Hill 1-to-10. To my left, Saliou.
That's me.
To my right, Mr. Brian John. So, how are you guys feeling today?
Doing pretty good. For me, this is like the last event of Season 1, I think big one. So I've been training really, really hard for it. And I'm pretty confident to see what I can bring and show everyone.
Okay, all right. How about you, Saliou? How are you feeling today about this matchup, about the 1-to-10 set you're about to play?
I'm feeling really good. I am traditionally not really too big of a fan of short set play, so like 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5. I feel like it creates a lot of room for more random factors to be stronger in sets. So I feel like the fact that it's long set, really, it's something that I prefer. I'm really excited to have this opportunity.
What about you, Brian? How do you feel about typically longer sets, especially considering we come from a tournament format where we don't get to play these longer sets in tournament format? How does this make you feel going into the long game?
I think for one thing, at the end of a 1-to-10 set, the loser can't really be angry about what happened. Whatever happened in that 1-to-10 set, obviously it wasn't a fluke. It's going to happen again. If you lose to the same move again and again, it's going to show, right? And I think personally, I like 1-to-10s better because I think I'm a stronger, longer set player. It gives you more time to study the opponent and just kind of really play fighting games together instead of trying to get a win, right? And I think 1-to-10 really lets two players play really play and learn about each other's fighting game tendencies and everything. And I really appreciate that part more.
Education is a major part of a first to 10. And like he said before, he likes these sets longer. You do as well. Do you feel like matchup-wise in first to 10s, people are a lot more privy to switching characters? Do you feel like they'll be a lot more accustomed to switching a character if it doesn't go their way, considering that there are prizes on the line in matches like this?
You know, I think I would actually argue for the opposite point because I feel like, especially in Street Fighter V, matchups are not necessarily as important, especially as the set goes on. If you get a read on a player, you know when they like to tech, you know when they like to jump. Every character in this game is so dangerous when you have that knowledge on your opponent. So I think that even if a matchup is a little bit unfavorable, I would much prefer to play that unfavorable matchup in a longer set than in a shorter set. Yeah.
That way, so you can learn it. That's really smart. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like changing characters is smarter in a longer set, or do you feel like Saliou said, that it's better to grind it out, learn that matchup for future?
I think I kind of agree with Sal in that. I mean, my personal approach to playing any set really is that you should always have one character for every character in the game, all right? So as in, you know, I could be picking Zengi for one character, Ryu for another, right? But I think the main point that is to follow is that you got to have that one character that you know was created to destroy that character that you want to destroy, right? So I really think that, you know, like when you're going into the long set like this, and especially with an event like this where I, you know, had time to prepare, I wouldn't see myself switching out because I prepared my character for this one specific matchup.
Wow. All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to get our first to 10 underway. But first, we're going to let these guys prepare. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more Street Fighter V King of the Hill action here at ESL. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from ESL King of the Hill. I am Tasty Steve, joined by the awesome
Ultra David.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is get ready for this good old first to 10. Saliou, Brian Gian. But first, if you guys like to hear us talk and the things that we talk about, mostly video games and the fighting nature, you guys should check us out on twitch.tv/UltraChinTV.
That's right. There's the link right down there. We're going to be on tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be talking about this Capcom Cup.
What's the Capcom Cup?
The Capcom Cup is coming up pretty soon. It's this weekend, and we're going to talk all about, you know, the players who are there and the matchups as far as we know, unless other people drop out or whatever is going to happen with that. But yeah, we'll be talking about it.
Also, we would like to give a firm shout-outs to Controller Chaos, who is also one of the sponsors for this event as well. And we saw with those slick arcade controllers that they're going to get as prizes for the season winners. I can't wait. I actually wish I got one of those. I'm pretty sure we've all said this before, but I definitely... And also, if you guys follow the 2 accounts, you guys could also potentially get a chance to win one of these controllers. So make sure you follow ESLSF and at Controller Chaos if you guys want to get a chance to win.
All right. Well, as you said, the players are getting ready. We have Brian, bjUNCHAINED, formerly, and Saliou, formerly Wrathmatics. They both would prefer to go with their real government names.
Yes, yes.
So if you're totally confused, then that's what's going on with this. We're expecting Nikali for Brian and Karen for Sal. I wouldn't expect anything else, especially considering what Brian was talking about with really studying up with one character and really being ready with that character.
That's what kind of made me smile. I was talking to him, and they seem to kind of have a similar outlook on the matchup. I feel like the pace of learning might be a little different considering the difference in region. I mean, they're still in the same state, but there's very different play styles coming from north to south, I would like to believe. On top of that, character matchup experience is, I feel like, a very important thing. We don't get to see Brian play as much, but we get to see a lot of Saliou because he's a frequent at Wednesday night fights.
Has been for a long time.
Right. So, and we have a few Karens down here, but I'm pretty sure Nikali isn't too far off anybody's chain either because everybody plays
a
little Nikali. So.
Of course. And if you go online at all, you're going to run into both of these characters quite regularly too. We were talking with Brian a little bit about what his strategy is going into this, and he was telling us about how he likes to be at this range that he's at right now or right up close. Because in the middle, Karen has a lot of control. She just has buttons that Nikali can't really keep up with.
Oh, wow.
He did talk about how he's going to use the Seismo to try to force Karen to jump, try to control on the ground a little bit while he can.
It was really hard for me to talk to him about that and not reveal that, like, Saliou will definitely spin meter for an anti-air. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that because I feel like I got to throw a wrench in it.
For sure. And we actually saw the air-to-air a little bit ago as well. Oh, punish.
Oh, wow.
So we've already seen Sal get the air-to-air. As you said, that he's willing to spend EX on anti-airs.
Oh, and that's what I was talking about. I was talking about that with Brian. I'm like, you have to sometimes commit to dashing to keep that pressure going, and as well as scaring the Nikali player.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Even though that dive kick was there and it hit her too, at least she maintains control of the corner. Now the game begins. Had to deal with V-trigger Nikali. Okay, just get him away.
I like that range for walk-up. He just walked up and did stomp just to get that pressure started. Didn't do anything too risky, but Saliou didn't even take the chance to mess with it. He just blocked and tried to get that pressure to his offense started.
Yeah, look at that safety first play. Finally a jump though.
Oh, okay. Dash up, EX. And just standing strong to take that first round. You don't want to be too risky. You just want to take the damage that you have.
Round 2.
All right, round 2.
Fight.
Oh, wow. This time, Brian just going in this time around.
Yeah, like you said, he's can dash in all of a sudden. That's the big thing about playing Nikali is that you have the ability to get in so quickly. He has great jump-ins as well. Wow, okay, interruption was there. He's ready.
Oh, a few drops already out of the gate for Brian.
No anti-air this time. And here comes Nikali now in the corner.
Oh, nice meaty setup right there. Oh, just wake up, DP. You respect me. There's a throw.
Tough look right now for Sal. Caught in the corner. Needs a huge amount of work to make this comeback. Still ready. Yeah, okay. Super's there. A couple more combos could seal it depending on what he gets, if he gets a chance.
Sal, great position right now. Really close to having... he already used the V reversal, but he does have critical art available.
The jump. I was just about to say, you have to resist the urge to jump in a situation like this. As Brian in that position, the opponent only needs one hit. And how do they get in? Like, what's the common method of getting up close all of a sudden? It's with jumping. And so as Sal, you really have to play cautiously. But he jumped in, and Brian takes the first game.
Yeah, Brian is definitely, reflex-wise, he's doing a lot better. I feel like as slowly as the games go on, he's going to get a little more warmed up because you have to remember these guys aren't coming in exactly cold, but this is the first 10 set. You have to kind of space it out. You want to see what you can learn from round to round, and you want to apply not all the time, but you want to make sure you're playing for the long game.
I love how Brian is really neutralizing some of Karen's best options. He's not even being at that range where she controls.
Oh, nice punish on the sweep right there. Gets the crouching strong. Nice push to the corner.
Karen's so good at footsies, but he's just been above it. He's been out of that range, or he's been right up close to, so we really haven't seen that footsies control.
And you see Brian not afraid to just commit to command throw and regular throw. Oh, nice confirm. And
Looking
that's
good.
3 rounds straight right now for Brian Gion.
Round 2.
And he's even really close to stun as well. And we even said before that Karen can play at a really close range, but I feel like Nikali can do it just as well if he finds a good hit, gets that knockdown, and he starts his offense. It's a lot harder for Karen to commit to using meter to get out of it.
Oh, this has got to be something. Finds the hit, and then really cautious. Didn't dash up, didn't do much. Punish, no, not quite there. Not with the strong anyway. Oh, this is a big
nice jump in right there. Like we said before, you're gonna have, this is gonna be the only way to get in.
Oh no, the last hit dropped?
Oh, nice confirm. Dash up, a little out of range of that crouching forward, so tries to get the reset. Nice anti-air right there.
You're accustomed to seeing Nikalis go wild once they get this trigger started, but instead Brian's really played patiently, and he got that anti-air because of it.
Oh, wow, fishing for that standing roundhouse. Of course, Sal's gonna go into trigger. Only has 1 EX bar, so it needs to be really careful.
And he doesn't really need to jump. He doesn't need to make much happen. He can, if he wants to, he can start playing this neutral game control.
And I was just about to say, now the trigger's active, that dash in is gonna be really effective. Finds the roundhouse, activates trigger.
Wake up buttons. So Brian has really done a good job of establishing that he can do what he wants to as he's getting up.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
had the Dragon Punch a couple of times. He's had his buttons a couple of times. Is that it? No,
Oh,
not
it
quite.
falls out again. Nice block on the overhead. Needs to be really careful.
Oh!
Crush counter.
This is for it either way.
Oh, it gets the throw, and that is 4 rounds straight. That's 2 games for Brian right out of the gate. And you guys can see it. Well, yes, you could see it. In the upper right-hand corner, you see Sal kind of reel back in his seat because those are the worst kinds of rounds you look to lose. Like, you're like, oh, I got this in the bag.
Yeah.
You let up just a little bit, and then you lose.
Nikali's one character that you can never let up against. It did seem like he wanted to try to play footsies, Sal did, but, you know, that's something that you can do against Nikali, but when he's in V-Trigger, he's just so fast. Get in there so quickly, that's exactly what happened.
Nice. You see Sal trying to start an offense, but Brian not afraid to just hit buttons to make Karen respect. Nice throw OS right there. Gets clipped by that roundhouse, trying to jump out.
Very grounded approach right now. Anti-air was not there.
You need to be really careful, especially versus Nikali. He can change his trajectory on that jump in, so of course you're going to second guess, you know, a jump in, regardless of who it is.
Such cautious play right now. I feel like Sal is playing so slowly. Brian's been able to jump. He's been able to move. That's it, pretty even on life right now.
I feel like this game plan kind of, it helps Sal out a little more. Able to find a little more mistakes, give him a little more time to react. Nice push right there. Gets that media standing fierce again.
Oh, here it is. I love that. So he tried for the delayed trap before, and he was thrown out of it. This time, though, it worked.
Oh, really late V reversal right there. Not sure.
Oh,
nice confirm.
So that's finally going to be a round, I think, for Sal. After 4 in a row for Brian. Finally one for Sal. It's on the board.
And it's the first round Sal has won.
I really like poking with that, as long as you can confirm, and he can, apparently. And that's really strong.
Wow. I was about to say, that range that he's playing in is kind of scary versus Nikali.
Really? Okay.
Look at that. And he has critical art available. He needs to be really careful. Sal taking a slow and steady approach. Nice block right there. There's another V reversal.
I did think we're going to see a lot of that slow play. I feel like if this match goes quickly, it's probably in Nikali's favor.
I was just about to say it. That's why I was really happy when I saw Sal slow it down a little bit just to see if he can get in. Nice
Okay,
pressure.
interrupted. That was another attempt for that very delayed frame trap. Yeah, he's really been going for that.
Up until now, Brian has had really good reactions on this pressure where Sal's trying to get in. The button choices by Brian has been so good, not close enough to get that V skill.
That was huge too. That was going to be for the stun and almost death for the follow-up combo. So complete swing.
And Brian holding on to this critical art this entire round. And now Sal has one available, even though he used it to take that first round. It's going to hurt a lot.
Super's gone, but Brian has good positioning in there still. Got the hit. No, he dropped it. Could get it. Sal, does he get the round?
And there's the confirm.
Let me see that juggle first. Yes. Okay.
I was really afraid that he was going to like, both of us was bobbing our head like, is he going to okay, but it worked out. First game on the board for Sal right now, 2-1. And you can tell Sal's getting a little more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that slow play. I thought that was good. And even when he had that corner control, you know, as soon as Nikali popped trigger, Sal backed up a little bit into a more comfortable spot. He didn't really want to pressure up close too much. Even as Brian's gotten up, he really hasn't been harassed too much by Sal. Punish.
Oh,
Too late. Punish again.
oh, nice dash up medium kick right there. There's the V reversal. Trying to get him. Oh, wow. Trying to get Nikali out of there, but it's not working out too well. Command throw in the corner, and only a little bit of gray life taken here for Nikali.
The tech was finally there. Now Sal, oh, he wanted the hit. He wanted something on the ground. I think he's really been taught that jumping is not easy for him. Brian's consistently had anti-airs.
And you can tell he's prepared for the anti-airs. He's actually walked back anti-air jab a couple times just to keep honest.
Okay, here's the pressure. This is good to see here from Sal. No, wake up button.
You said that before. Brian does not have a problem waking up and hitting buttons.
No, he got a counter hit combo last round because of it. So he can definitely make that happen. Anti-air was not there.
Oh, wow. That was a nice jumping fierce right there. Nice block on the side.
So Brian's ready. Yes, just... Oh, no!
Oh.
Into nothing.
Jump back medium kick, standing strong, confirm. Oh, wow. This is going to hurt.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Crush. What was that, a backdash?
Yeah.
Maybe expecting the command grab there.
Well, he did it the first, 3 rounds in a row. He dashed up the command throw. So, of course, you're going to get tired of it eventually and try to backdash. Gets crush countered for his trouble, though. And Brian just seems like he controls so much of this set right now.
Trading some buttons here in the mid-range.
And we saw,
Nice, again.
we saw Brian talk about this before. The pressure that he's putting on right now is very natural to what he was saying before.
No, into
does
nothing.
not hit a button.
Okay, Sal at least got something, got out of the corner. Will he pressure? Very light. Very light. He's been often worried about that. Here's the anti-air, though.
Definitely willing to spend it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
The buttons.
So Brian was not kidding when he said that he had studied this matchup. I love these little things he's been hitting. Stand short, stand jab from far away, getting the counter pokes.
Wow.
And he saw and he confirmed.
Like we said, we spoke to him before, and he said the range that she's going to want to play at is where he's going to hit those buttons, because she's going to come in, try to trade, and then get out of there, and that's when he's going to hit a button. And each time it's worked out in his favor. Sal gets the dash in and confirm into shoulder, wake up DP again. Not afraid to hit buttons.
No, he's been active as he gets up. And he's been able to really instill that.
Nice, no confirm there for Sal.
You know, I almost feel like Sal has to start doing the same kind of thing on his side, because he's just been getting harassed too much.
Yeah, you're right.
We haven't really seen Wake Up EXTP, for example. Okay, get the punish here. Meterless stuff.
Oh, once again, no confirm there. There's a V reversal. I'm not sure how much I agree with that.
Oh!
Still finds a hit.
EX, no, the drop!
far
Oh,
away.
this could kill.
Oh, just
Could be
dash up.
killer.
Tried to go for the throw. Still has critical art available.
Yeah, now at this point. Oh, the hit! Dash up and got it! That's one of the benefits of playing Nikali. V-trigger Nikali, and the dash up crouching medium kick is so fast.
And you're so afraid to hit a button. That's one of the things that Nikali excels at. And it's a lot of characters that can do it, but Nikali takes off so much damage. Like you said, he had trigger and meter available. Let's just say that was the first round. You still would have had all that meter to work with if you had chose to just spin one bar, get the knockdown, and you still get a setup. Especially since Sal isn't doing too good at getting out of the throw setups.
So Sal's going to take a little bit of time to think about how things are going. You know, like we've been talking about, he has wanted to play this grounded, slow game, and I think we both agree that if this game goes quickly, that it might be in Nikali's favor. But that said, I do think that he could do with a little bit more mobility. You know, we've started to see counter pokes coming out of Nikali, and that's really only something that he's capable of if he has a great read on where the opponent is. You know, it's not that easy to do. Just if the opponent's moving around a lot, you can't counter poke somebody with stand short unless you know what button they're gonna hit at what spot.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true.
So I think that that's something that Sal has to look at. And then the disparity in how they're treating the wake-up game, I think, is a big one as well. Brian's been willing to be active as he gets up. And that's part of his character, of course. Necalli has invincible options in a way that most characters don't. But still, you know, Sal, when he has meter, he has that option available to him too.
Yeah, that's 100% true. And the thing is about it, I feel like Sal is burning through his V gauge so much. Like he's using his V reversals pretty early in the rounds, and I think it's coming back to hurt him, because if he gets these confirms or these random hits or wanting to stay safe, he's not going to be able to convert or find those hits to get that damage, especially later in the round where Necalli has almost a whole V trigger available, you know?
I think the calculus is just that she gets V meter so quickly. You know, she does. But I feel like she hasn't been living long enough for that to have mattered in a lot of situations. So that crouching jab there from Brian was enough to end that pressure.
And you can see that Brian is not giving Sal any ground to get anything started. It's always a very offensive push. Like if you're not blocking, then he's probably not in there. If he's either hitting you or you're blocking. And if he's not doing one of those two things, he's nowhere near you.
Fight.
Look at that, just backdashes to get to that range and instantly does standing light kick with Necalli.
It seems to me too like Sal is kind of playing at the ranges where Necalli feels comfortable. Those are ranges that are out of Karen's buttons. I feel like for Karen, you want to be harassing with your strong normals, you know. But Sal has been forced to, but has also chosen to play outside of that range.
Oh, nice, finds a hit. Nice push to the corner right now. Oh, nice, just wake up, crouching jab, confirms into the EX. Look at that nice jab. Oh, it whips. I'm going to backdash, start Seismo, and then dash in and try to start that offense. I really like that. There it is, and there's the activation. Oh, nice backdash by Sal.
Oh,
nice
confirm
interruption.
this time, or maybe just didn't want to spend bar. I don't know.
Oh, tries to go for that MTV skill.
I do feel like Sal's been doing a better job at not being in the same spot all the time, but that said, caught. Wanted the counter hit, wasn't there. Blocking, and Brian just gets away.
Life's still pretty even, but I feel like the situation is so much better for Necalli. I was just about to say, like, life is just about even, and right now it is 5-1 in favor of Brian bjUNCHAINED.
Yeah, if the life bars graphically are even, then
Necalli's winning.
right. Yeah, Necalli's doing a fine job.
I was looking at the life, I was like, oh man, he has a whole bar. You need to be extremely careful right now.
Fight.
All right, and once again, the match starts and he backdashes to right at the end of the screen. Okay, nice. See, that's the range right there.
For sure.
Look at that, dashes through. Nice.
I like the start of this round a lot.
Nice preemptive shoulder to get through the Seismo.
Just harder to pin down. Brian moving forward, no, backs off. Okay.
Oh, wow, just barely in range in that jump in. Nice dash up right there.
Oh, unfortunate. But that said, I do like that he dashed up and tried to get that. That was a smart move.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the natural, like, evolutions of this match. He sees that he's backdashing to that range, so Sal has to make him respect it. Maybe stay in that range where he has to respect those buttons and maybe chase the backdash a little bit, which you saw him do with that shoulder.
We're seeing a lot of insistent pressure from Brian. Jumping, dashing. There it is.
Wow, crouching forward.
Anti-air was not there.
Oh, just to
Okay.
confirm.
No! Very unfortunate drop.
Oh, man. I thought that was going to be an anti-air.
Yeah, right. I think the intention was to bait one. Didn't come. Brian's feigning a lot of things right now.
Oh, crouching strong again.
Round goes to Brian. You know, this has been almost entirely Brian in terms of rounds.
Yeah.
Fight.
It seems like it's such a hard... Sal's having such a hard time. And it's not like he doesn't know what to do. It's just that Brian's not letting him get to where he wants to be and control the space on the screen.
I love that risk by Brian to just enforce that he is going to wake up and you just can't count on what he's going to do. On Sal's end, you just can't count on it. It's so important to instill that kind of uncertainty in your opponent.
Nice. Dash up. There's the pressure again. You see Brian check with that crouching jab. And he goes right back to playing that range game. Back dashes to that range, tries to look, read, and react to what Sal's going to do, and then he dashes in. Nice, gets the hard knockdown.
Interesting.
There's the forward throw again.
Corner control, that's going to do it. Yes. Round again goes to Brian. If I am calculating this right, then Sal has had 2 rounds so far?
Only 2 rounds, yeah.
I've been trying to keep track of that.
No, it's definitely only been 2. Because he's only won the 1 match.
But I mean, I don't think he even got any rounds otherwise.
No.
So looking pretty tough at the moment.
This is looking really hard. But we were just talking to Brian, and Brian was like, oh, yeah, well, I used to get beat up by Karen, and then I saw Phenom beat Justin.
Yeah.
And then I said, hey, I don't know anything about this matchup.
Right.
So now he said he learned Karen, and now he's back playing against her. And it seems like it's almost an uphill battle right now for Sal. I mean, not only in match count, but just in general.
Yeah. I absolutely love.
There we go.
Again, I mean, that's not always going to work, but I do like that Brian is willing to take those risks,
Oh, yeah.
especially in a long set. Yeah, I think Brian's really putting on a clinic on how to play this matchup. He's just not in the range that Karen controls. He's outside of it. He's way inside of it. You know, it's just hard for Karen to play at the range where Brian typically is. And like I said before, I feel like Sal has unfortunately been putting himself into that position too.
Right. And Brian's just doing a great job of playing these ranges. Like you said before, nice tick in the EX throw. DP gonna push to the corner. Nice Seismo right there, meaning you gotta deal with it on that wake up right there. Finds the hit, activates V-trigger. Nice push to the corner. Ooh, nice tech on the throw. Trying to get something started right now, and he burns it.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good sequence by Sal. He was not dissuaded by Brian going for those wake up dragon punches before. He went in, and he finally took a round. Thought that looked really good.
Man, what a change in round right there.
Yeah, I'll say.
Oh, and look at Sal willing to challenge now with that crouching jab, and it's not stopping Brian right now. He's still hitting these buttons. Nice sweep on the dash in and confirm right now from Sal. We're seeing a completely different play right now.
I love this. EX, is that going to stun? Yes. Good damage afterward. Oh, reset! Or was that, if that was intentional, he's had a couple of misses.
Oh, dash in again, and there it is again. That crouching jab confirmed. EX pops trigger, and now
it can all melt so quickly against Nakali.
And we talked about this. Oh, there's the roundhouse. Sal content at playing that. Oh wow, tries to chase the backdash with shoulder. And there's the EX again, and once again in this situation, nice take on the throw.
Oh, no anti-air. Instead, it was just the air to air.
Oh wow, nice standing strong right there. Oh, anti-air. He just finds the hit.
Is it enough?
Oh,
it is.
Wow. All right, Sal won 4 rounds now. 4 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he looked a lot better there. There was more pressure. There was more movement.
I think what's happening is the range where Brian is comfortable hitting buttons, that standing light kick and roundhouse. The minute Sal sees the Seismo, he dashes in. He sees him commit to anything, he dashes in and makes him start blocking. Kind of backdashes out a little bit, tries to fish for the roundhouse, but not so afraid that he backs out and gives up all his space. So that's really smart.
Try for Fierce. No. That jump Fierce from Nakali, one of the better jump-ins in the game. Very strong.
I love that Seismo on wake up from Brian. Oh, there's a throw. Stopping that pressure.
I think Sal's tried that twice, and I don't think it's worked out either time.
Nice confirm. Getting a lot better with these confirms. Get the throw. Back throw. Uses that EX. Just look at him. Not
Look at
letting
this
him close that
chase.
space.
And no anti-air. Oh, Fierce.
It just dashes up. There you go.
Looking so much better. Well,
why would you say that?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go.
Maintains corner.
And
Right.
that can come back to bite him.
Yeah, I'll say.
I mean, it's a werewolf too.
Now, I've seen Sal hit Brian a lot in that same kind of situation over the last 3 rounds. And Brian, I think, might have to start changing when he presses buttons.
Yeah, he's
in defense.
He's trying to. We saw him doing in the last 5 games. He would do any pressure he would see. He would try to crouching jab.
Yes.
Now he's getting counter hit.
Yes.
Because Sal is doing his crouching jab so much earlier.
Yes. When they started out, Sal was really trying for those very delayed frame traps, but he's gone for the faster one, and that's been working.
Ooh. Standing fierce right there, and no confirm this time. You see Brian not being so sure in his confirms now than in testing. Nice anti-air. Once again, he said he's definitely willing to spin it. Nice meaty shoulder, and there's the confirm.
Round goes to Brian.
Sal needs to be really careful. What's really getting him a lot of turnaround what's getting Brian a lot of turnaround is the fact that Sal is committing to trying to keep that pressure up with a button that's getting counter hit, and he's confirming almost every time. Oh, there it is.
See that movement, opening things up. This matchup is not going the way that I would have expected with Karen controlling with her buttons. Instead, Sal's had success when he dashes in, when he moves around. Anti-air was there. I like this. Oh, what a timing to jump forward. A lot of good damage. Pressure here. That's a very scary character right now, Nikali.
There's the confirm. Gets that cancel when the trigger throws back. There's the V reversal.
Oh,
nice.
maybe? No, what a read. Sal takes it.
Sal very patient in that situation right there. Of course, we've seen him get hit by a lot of buttons. It wasn't a bad read by Brian because we've seen how successful he's been with wake up, crouching jab into anything with Nikali. So it wasn't the worst.
No, no.
I mean, the only thing is he had to do that because he was down on life. He had that life deficit was crazy. So
you have to take risks sometimes, and I think it's good to take those risks. You know, it's a long set. Overtime risks will even out. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Fierce.
You got 10 games. 10 games to run. Oh, double sweep. Tries to go for the side throw. He probably thought that Sal was going to backdash.
I feel like we're seeing such a different player in terms of button selection, button timing, movement, out of style. Everything looks different.
Ooh, that trade was definitely not in Sal's favor right there. Lost meter and life.
The drop was bad news. Yeah, you see how fast this is? Stand short, immediate, crouching strong.
Oh, what an early tech right there by Sal. You can see he's getting into the groove now. Nice dash up roundhouse right there. No confirmed neutral jump. No anti-air. Oh.
No buffer either. Surprising. There's the buffer.
Man, that big standing strong. Oh, just using it to get in range. And we talked about this area before. You do not want to be here versus Nikali with 4 meter and gets the throw with that added gray life damage. So smart, and it was still, I was scared for him.
Yeah, sure.
But he did it.
You know, early in the set, I feel like we would have seen a jump out of style in that situation, but instead it was ground movement that ended up sealing the deal. That looks a lot better for him.
Oh, nice V skill. That's the first successful V skill we've seen all game. Oh, there's a side smoke. Another one. Neutral jump, expecting a dash. Nice crouching strong confirm in the critical art. We're going to go to the corner. Great positioning. But trigger is available for Sal. Let's see what he does. Look at half-life already gone.
It's going back to the zone as Brian.
Oh, I think Brian's starting to notice that he's just doing his jab a little bit earlier just to make sure that he's not committing. But he has critical art completely available, fishing for a roundhouse right there.
Brian's just not committing. I like these jump timings he's using. Okay. Oh, really? The hit anyway. Pressure, confirm. One more, maybe into super. Oh, huge!
Look how hard he's reading right now. He has the book open on the table in the library. It's study time.
Now, I mentioned that I like the risks, but at some point, you got to make the changes. And Brian, I think, has been going to that a little bit too much over the last few games. He thought he got the right read. I think he did, for a while, have the right read. It's just that over the last few games, Sal has really made the changes.
But what do you do now? Like, if you're Brian, what's your mindset? You're saying, hey, he's calling me earlier on my calls, so I have to make a choice now. But like, what do you do in this situation?
Well, a lot of the media pressure has been really cautious. It's been blocked then into something like stand short rather than as a true media. That's something that Brian has to pay attention to. On top of that, the frame traps have been much faster. They've, you know, and there's a solution to that. It's called Dragon Punch. Right? I mean, you block something, you Dragon Punch.
Right. And now you see Brian playing a lot more offensive. He's no longer going back to that range. Now he's staying in that range and hitting buttons when it's applicable. And I feel like this is kind of like the optimal way to play Nikali. Gets the knockdown after the confirm. Trigger is available. Nice range right there on that roundhouse for Brian. Oh, wow, Sal finds a hit. No meter used.
Oh, he tried to press buttons.
Oh, wow. And
tried
we're
to
looking
get the
at
jab. Look at this complete reversal of fortune. So now in the past 3+ games, Brian has had 1 round. Complete change from how it was in the first half of this set. It was 5-1 at one point. Now it's 6-4. Could be 6-5 just after this round.
Yeah, 3 rounds away. Oh. 3 rounds away from tying up the set.
Yeah, huge.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Can't count on that yet, that's for sure. No anti-air. Brian, much more pressure-heavy style. Nice timing over the roundhouse.
Sal getting a little too comfortable swinging at that range.
Oh, what? Stands strong as an interruption. And now, not only out of the corner, but also safe from stun, has trigger, has super. Sal's in a much better spot.
And I was about to say, he doesn't have trigger available, so Necalli isn't as big a threat. It's just your life is so low that almost any hit can kill you at this point.
Right.
Oh my God.
That said, Sal wants to save
he
it.
was trying to shimmy it, it didn't work. There's the trigger.
Really? Is
Chip
that
out.
going to be enough? Oh, yes, it is.
Did he have trigger available? No,
No.
he didn't have anything.
No,
and
neither there.
That's what I was talking about before. The fact that he was spinning his V reversal so early in the round, that's what it leaves open because Brian doesn't spin meter like that with Necalli.
Yeah, Brian's very cautious with his V meter. It makes sense. That trigger's just so powerful. Anti-air. Sal, can you get it going?
Nice speedy shoulder right there and wake up on the back tech. I like it. Oh, gets hit by the side smoke.
Again, no anti-air, but kind of a tough range to anti-air from. You got to take the risk if there's no dive kick there.
Oh, wow. Nice jump back right there. Didn't even OS it, just knew he was going to be safe. He still gets opened up by Karen. Let's see what he does.
Blocking, and properly blocking there.
I even like the change up the strings right there. Nice backdash roundhouse and Brian challenges with crouching jab.
So trigger for Karen. Can she really make anything happen here? No anti-air!
She's going to have to right now, and this is looking not too good for Sal right now. Still has a little trigger left and critical art now available.
I love this play by Brian. It's so insistent, and that's been working. Might as well keep it up. That was too far, and now just like that, Sal. Much better situation. Will he jump? No!
Oh my
we
God,
got
that
it!
was so sick! Sal looks at me because he hears me. He doesn't have his hands like,
Yeah, man, come on, it's cheating.
That was, first off, that was really, really, really ballsy.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
he could have died at any point in time.
For sure. But again, earlier in the set, I think that that would have been a jump rather than
Oh, yeah,
the
you said
trigger
that
right
before.
through,
You said that
right?
before.
So I really like that now it's these grounded options.
Well, I'm getting excited. I like this. This is cool.
It was 5-1, now it's 6-5, and now it's Brian taking a break. Look at that.
Hold on, guy. I need to hit the bell for me. Takes a quick break.
Well, if you're him right now, what kind of changes do you make?
I think the small success, the small break in the rounds that Sal was winning came when Brian became a lot more offensive. Using standing strong, walk up a lot more crouching medium kick. Not so much going in for a dash up command throw, but dash up buttons to get the meaties because he knew, well, he thought that Saliou was going to try to backdash to get out of there, but now it's not working anymore. So now you have to be a lot more offensive. You can't backdash and give him that ground to play with. You have to go in and make him hit buttons in that range so you can get those hits, and then you transition to the command throws. That's what I'm looking at. That's
Okay. He's pressed buttons after shoulder every time. I guess with no meter on Karen's side, there's really not that a risk there.
You see Sal, like, comfortable with just neutral jumping at a range. Just neutral jumping, hitting buttons at ranges that Necallis would normally anti-air.
Look at this movement from Sal. Okay, the punish there was Brian.
Gets the jump in, roundhouse confirming the trigger. I like,
Yeah, it was really good damage considering the situation.
yeah.
It's really good.
And look at the turnaround right now. Sal working on stun. Oh. And still not afraid to hit buttons right there. And that's going to be a punish.
Yeah, that could be the round. And it is the round. So even after that break, Sal's right back in there.
Round 2. Fight.
Threatening to tie it up. Man, after being down 4 games. Huge change. Wake up jab does work this time. If you see that your opponent is blocking and then doing a delayed button as you're getting up, then your solution is something like wake up jab. I mean, that's the best call there.
Oh, wow. Nice. Standing medium kick. Keep that pressure going. There's the forward throw. And this is what I was talking about. Look, he's doing exactly what I said. Now he has the offensive in his favor.
Hey,
Beats
okay.
the meter and the trigger. And now 1-1.
Final round.
Sal 1 round away from tying up the set at 6-6. Oh, what
Really?
a jab.
Yeah, what a gutsy jab.
What a man.
Seriously, I don't know if I would have done that.
Nice.
Brian just getting away. Look at all that gray life. It's coming back.
Nice roundhouse right there. I love the fact that he did that roundhouse in an anti-air situation because you didn't know if the change was going to happen. The hitbox is really big on that roundhouse, so it's really smart.
Brian with the life lead.
Jesus, these random phantom buttons hitting. Nice anti-air. Nice walk back to make sure he's in range. Here's that pressure again. Man, that 6 frame stand is strong.
Yes. Found it. Now Brian blocking, trying to get away. Very close to trigger. Oh! Hard to see that coming, though.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Nice. Gets to confirm. Luckily, no meter is available for critical.
Oh, it wasn't good for Brian. Now, after all, Sal can take this. Is that going to be? No. I'm not sure if that would have killed anyway.
Nice. Gets a little added damage on that throw because of the gray life. Needs to be really careful. He's really close to having one EX bar. There it is.
One hit will do it from Karen, but...
Dash up throw again. Why would you do that? And he ties the set.
Why would you do that?
That was terrifying. You don't
Take
do
the
that.
round, man. To seal the deal. 6-6.
Well. What have we here?
We have a tie set, sir. 3 rounds for Brian in the last 5 games. That's it. Not a good tally.
Nice anti-air. Gets the anti-air throw, anti-air jab into command throw. It's confirmed. I like the offense right now. And you see Sal trying to be really anticipatory with his buttons. And Brian's just waiting, just a slight delay just to make sure that it's not too dangerous. Oh, there's the activation. Finds the hit. No meter used. Uses it for cross-up. Walk up, standing light kick. Look at the pressure. Staying at that range, trying to fish for hits.
Nice. Such a smart wheel of options going on with that jump game. I'll talk about that in a sec. Love this, but right now, this corner control.
Oh, wow. And now I see why he wasn't doing it so early, because it's not going to always win. I like it. Containing lead by Brian right now, and look at the gray life as well as the small amount of life available. Not close enough for that throw. Crouching strong.
So Sal noticed that Nick Holly's jump-ins have been early in a lot of the cases. Jump early, medium kick to beat something like a Stand Fierce anti-air. But that means that he doesn't have much block stun after landing. And so that's why the jab has been interrupting stuff after Nick Holly lands.
Oh, crush counter roundhouse. Oh, so much damage.
That was a ton.
Standing light kick confirmed counter hit. What the?
Too far for the rest. Brian got lucky in the corner. Trying to get back on top in this set.
Oh, what? Oh my God. That just pulled it. All right.
Why not buffer it?
I know.
Why not?
Oh, no anti-air this time. V reversal. Not sure if I'm agreeing with that. Uh-oh.
Took the damage off. Gonna take this? Will he spin bar?
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. Especially considering how close this set has become.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you gotta take everything that you can get. Neither player really has had a huge advantage in a lot of these situations, especially in this game. First round seemed like it was solid for Brian.
Oh, wow. Catching him trying to back up. Keep that footsie game going so you're opening yourself to lows. And spins another early V reversal, and I'm not sure how much I agree with that. So, see, yeah, you can't start trying to walk around just because you don't think there's not much danger. This is the 3rd round of the set right now, and he had full critical art. Of course he's going to use it, and now look at this life deficit.
Some gray damage in there. Yeah, again, interrupting after that early jump.
Oh, there's the anti-air. Let's see if we can get anything started. He's going to be trying to find a hit to cancel in the trigger at this point, just to get something started.
But how can he find his way? Will he jump? Safe range there, not really the same thing.
He's waiting for another size mode. He's going to dash in. No anti-air this time. Gets the back throw. Trigger is available for both.
Maybe attempted a whiff punish there. It didn't come in any case. Yeah, so will Sal jump? Will he move in? Brian, keep in mind, can dash in at any time, and he does.
Gets a nice like 0.5 increase on his dash or something like that. It's really crazy, and it's really scary. Nice back dash right there. Oh, fine. Just swinging for the fences, still no activation. There it is.
Interrupted, not killed though. Wasn't EX? Here it is.
Nice bait, 7-6.
Wow. So Brian gets back on top.
Oh, you see the break right now. Sal with a nice smile, like, all right, okay, all right.
Well, Sal had how many? 5 games in a row.
Yeah. Man, for people who don't play competitive, it's really hard for them to gauge the mental stress it takes to play a set like this.
You have to be constantly adapting. You have to constantly keep all of the facts in mind, right? You have to remember what happened in game 1 as just as much as you remember what happened in game 10, right? Everything is important because it informs how the other person's playing. And if you're not keeping your eye on all those things, then you're not gonna win the whole thing, that's for sure.
Oh, that's a nice clean anti-air right there. First one we've seen in a while from the college. SFV reversal, screaming at you. Trigger still available. It finds a hit. Slide, gets across up, dash up, finds another counter hit, push back to the corner. Look at that stun bar.
Did pressure. Gutsy man, anti-air. Oh, very important tech.
He's been really consistent.
He went in too much. Yeah. He really went in too hard right there. Brian had the right read.
And now he's at a life deficit. Akali with trigger. Basically a combo from the colony he just lost. Oh, that should be it. You gonna spend it? You gonna spend it? There you go.
So Sal's trying to tie this up. Man, this has become an extremely close set. Moving forward, gets the job done. There haven't been as many wake-up dragon punches out of Brian's side either.
No. He's even, he's kind of slowed down on the wake-up buttons as well.
He has, yeah.
Nice tech, and Sal is looking sharp.
Yeah, I really think that's a big part of why he just took that last game.
Oh,
interesting, okay.
Down a roundhouse, tried to dash in, and now you see Brian making the adjustment. He's like, oh, you're gonna dash in? Run into this boot. Oh, you're gonna steal dash in? Run into this crouching strong. No confirm. Oh, wow, and like I said, now he's getting a lot more consistent with the anti-airs. Finds a hit with Karen, and now he has trigger available.
Oh, the hit was there.
Right there. If he burns it, he can definitely win. Oh, that's gonna be it.
Is that gonna be it?
And ties the set again. It is touch and go here. I like it. I like it. Neck and neck.
And that's interesting because I really felt like Brian was doing some good work in that game. But it was 2 rounds right there for Sal.
This is starting to look like every other Karen matchup.
Round 1.
I wonder if we're gonna see more in the way of, yeah, well, we just did, of Brian putting up a wall so that Sal can't really dash around as much. That's how Sal started to do well, was his movement. You know, it wasn't just being stationary, but I don't know if that's going to keep up. Brian might be adapting in a way that's going to seal that.
Yeah, on the reverse, I feel like if Brian becomes a little more stationary while he's outside of trigger, that it's going to take him a little further, because you can see Sal committing to a lot of movement. And he can get clipped going in and out. And we've seen a lot of turnaround with that from the college.
Harassing just a little bit, but there's that paucity of buttons from Brian, right? He just waited, just blocked it out, and dashed back once he was safe. I really like that adaptation.
And now you see, look, he's afraid to hit buttons now.
Yeah.
At first he was so adamant. He's like,
definitely.
I'm gonna wake up jab, I'm gonna wake up TP, do something.
He got hit there. EX is not gonna quite get the stun, but very close. Oh, he does take the risk.
Once again, we see Sal going in too hard. It gives him another chance. Activation. Is that going to be it? No.
No, not quite.
Oh.
Really?
Not sure I agree with that on wake up. That, especially after Sal has been making those slow, just back and forth movements. He's not even dashing in and out at that range anymore. So it's really scary.
And Brian had that Dragon Punch in that round, right? But to get 2 in the same round, I think in the set, that's been greedy. That's been a little bit too much.
We've seen a change in the sequence that Sal's using for pressure on wake up as well. Yeah, at first just committing to double standing light kick, and that pushes you out of range. So you have to be careful versus Nikali, because that's just going to give him a chance to hit a button like a jab or a strong, just to make sure. On top of that, he can still pursue. Crouching forward activation, there's that EX.
Big moment right now for Brian. Oh, interrupted! Wake up crouching jab. We really haven't seen too many of those from Sal.
Oh, there's it. There it is again. Crouching jab, confirming the combo. There's the V reversal. You need to be really careful. Backdash gets him with the shimmy, and he's going to burn it. And this is the first time Sal has taken the lead in the set so far. 8-7 in the way of Sal.
Yeah, it opened up 2-0 for Brian, and then Sal took a game, and then there were 4 straight for Brian. He was up 6-1. And now, as you said, for the first time, Sal has the lead.
Man, what a set. I thought, I can't even stun. I thought we was going to get here. It was going to be a steamroll the way these first games were looking at it. He's like, nah. Nice crouching strong. No confirm, though. Like I said before, now you see Brian playing so much more stationary, and he's getting a lot more mileage. You get this side of the screen in favor, and that's when you start to dash up, and there is the stun. He's working on a perfect, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, looking really good for him, and he has to make that happen. You know, he has to. Ooh, chance not for Sal. Okay, interrupted, and exactly how Brian wanted that to go. After having lost the lead for the first time in the set, you have to make a statement like this,
Round 2.
just to keep yourself in it, mentally speaking.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of the things that escapes a lot of casual players and a lot of not seasoned players. They get used to playing so optimal that they don't know how to mentally damage a player while they're playing. You have to be able to do that. This is as much as part of the game
For sure.
as just, you know, taking the life bar down.
Ooh, really?
Early.
Just at the tip of that Pierce was able to get it. Look at this play from Brian right now, harassing.
Trying to get that stun bar down. Looking for a B reversal. There it is.
Very light.
Needs to be really careful on that pursuit. You see Brian not afraid to not backdash, but just walk back. You know he's looking for you to try to dash, and he's going to hit crouching strong, crouching fierce.
Now with trigger ready, Brian's very dangerous. So we wanted that activation. Crouching medium kick into activation for sure.
Stare down. Neutral jump. There you go. Ooh.
Brian just staying away. But at any moment he could be in there. And so Saliou playing very patiently. Oh, not quite there.
And you know if he gets a hit, he's going to burn that critical art.
I would think so.
Dash in, finds a hit. Needs to be really careful. He's been DPing in this situation before. Oh my God.
There was nothing there, but he got the
That's
hit.
going to be it.
Yeah, you were right. Was willing to spend the bar. And I think that's really smart. You know, we mentioned how important it is to take everything you can get in this kind of situation.
Final round.
Man, tied in the round set. 8-7 in favor of Mr. Sal for the first time.
Very patient stuff by Brian.
Yeah, I was about to say. Now this, I feel like this is what's gonna get him back in control. He's dashing right there and trying to hit a button just a bit too late, but he does have full critical art available.
Oh, really? The hit
Really smart, doesn't burn it all.
doesn't pressure either, just going for the meter build.
You see Sal hitting buttons again on wake up. It's like he didn't learn. Oh, finds the counter hit and the confirm. Doesn't burn any meter. Resets the situation back. And now he has the whole screen behind him. And he has a lot of control.
There's the activation. Interrupted!
Crouching jab again.
Not quite dead. Very close.
Oh,
And the hit,
nice
Brian just
fake
didn't
out.
believe that Sal would go for the meter.
And it's 9-7 right now.
Connie wins.
Man, what a turnaround.
I'm not sure about the slow play out of Brian. You know, I feel like when he's had more success, the rounds in this latter half of the set, when he's had success, it's been via strong pressure. Maybe not like the risks that he was taking before, Wake Up Dragon Punch and the like, but the way that Sal's been moving around, he's been getting into more pressure situations than Nikali has, and I feel like that's, from Brian's perspective, just not how he wants this to go. Wanted the throw loop, no.
Nice. I like how Sal backed up right there. Still trying to find that hit. Dashes back in to get the roundhouse. There's a nice trade. Nice anti-air. Oh, dash up, crouch strong, gets the confirm, gonna push to the corner. And there's that series again. This
Brian's
time
blocking. Just waiting it out. Oh, there's a big hit too. Out of the corner. Oh, wake up crouching jab. He's only done it a couple of times in this set, but each time it's hit.
Oh wow, that was scary. Oh, nice
Really?
confirm.
Wow. Huge.
Why not? Why not buffer it? You know? Why not?
Yeah, if you're in trigger, you're just pressing back and forth, right? It's easy. You don't have to worry about the charge.
Fight.
Oh, dash up and just goes to jab. I would have got thrown. Oh, roundhouse runs right into that big boot. Look at how much stun and damage he just did.
Oh,
my God,
no! Very unfortunate for Brian. And Sal, will he take advantage of that? That's going to be a killer if so. Not only put him at match point, but just the feeling of having a loss after that as Brian would be gigantic.
Wow, look at the rage he's playing at, walking back and forth. Uh-oh. No super? What are you that was doing?
That was right.
Okay, now you can chip him out.
Hold on, man. Hold on, though. Not over yet. Sal's still pressuring.
Needs to be really careful. V reversal is available. Oh, wow.
Got
Just
the
gets
hit.
hit by Seismo 8-9. You see that little smile crack across Mr. Saliou's face. Saliou, excuse me.
That was another 3 in a row for Sal, by the way.
Win for player 1.
David, of course, keeping track of the round count.
I am.
Fight.
I remember Brian talking about how he wanted to be way outside of Karen's range or way inside of it, and he was worried about the footsies, but that really hasn't been the problem. It's been the movement out of Karen. So the strategy that he came in with that just hasn't worked in the latter half of this set, and I don't really feel like we've seen the consistent counter strat to that.
I feel like one of the reasons that is because he's looking for a jump. And Sal's committed to just moving back and forth on the ground.
Yeah.
So he's anticipating so much that it's getting him opened up in the neutral. He's anticipating the jumps so much, just to be clear.
Just looking for the anti-air rather than for the ground control.
And it's a shame because Necalli definitely has great ground control options.
Oh, especially in trigger, just the mobility is so big.
Exactly. Now, this is where I feel like he should start going in. He has trigger active. Universal is on the table. Nice. Gets the EX command throw. Going to have great positioning. Neutral jump. Keep the pressure up. And you see Sal just opt to jump out.
Yeah. Gutsy jump.
Oh.
He really played it safety first right there. Hit.
You've seen him go to that
super
option every time. If he sees that Brian tries to jump out with Necalli, he goes right to crouching strong. And most of the time, it's only been one time that hit is messed up and he didn't confirm the combo. But just getting that hit alone sets a precedent. And right now, set point here for Saliou.
Fight.
Complete turnaround. Like I said, I just really don't feel like we've seen the consistent counter strat on Brian's side. Should he pressure or not? Fine. I mean, that's one thing. But how do you play in the neutral? That's really the question of a game like Street Fighter, of a fighting game. That's where the adaptation has to come.
Right. Oh, nice crouching strong. He trade up. And yeah, I would have burned it too. It's okay.
Gotta do what you can do. Not really gonna have the best situation afterward, but he can control. That's what he goes for.
Well, it's so early that, you know, only one EX available. Trigger is available, but, you know, he's going to be fishing for that. You know that there's going to be an eventual cancel into trigger, and that's going to give you back a great position. Nice.
Still very patient on Brian's side.
And there's the jump, like I said before. So focused on it.
Does go for pressure.
No burn.
Wow, okay. That was good.
All right. Brian.
Trying to stay in this thing.
Fight.
And there was a lot of grounded slow play by Sal in that round too, which has not been how he's gone for the most part in this set, latter half of this set anyway. And that's more like what I was expecting. Great call out on the crouching strongs there, expecting the movement, and he was right. Look at this. Love these button timings right now by Brian.
I was about to say.
Really calling out where he expects Sal to move, and he was right for all of those.
Nice confirm again from that crouching jab. He was expecting a backdash for Saliou to try to get out right there, but now V reversal. Oh.
A lot of damage available. Set up. Oh, crouching jab. Interrupted probably the empty jump low. That's my guess.
Now, not dead, but it's going to be in a bad position, and he still has trigger available. There. Oh, wow. Nice.
Sal really hoping that Brian dashes up into that roundhouse, I think.
Now, right now, I feel like Saliou's going to have to get a jump in if he's going to want to close this out.
No anti-air 2 times.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Oh, no super available, though. Critical are no longer on the table, but trigger's still there. 23 seconds left on the clock. Saliou gets this round, takes the first of 10 set.
You can tell he does not want to jump. He wants to get this on the ground, starting to run out of time. And Brian now looking for the anti-air, clearly, not even pressing buttons on the ground. He's only looking for the jump. He jumped instead. Is it not enough time anymore? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's enough time anymore.
Time
Yep.
over.
Oh my.
Was not enough.
Patience.
Brian takes the game.
Brian leans back, strokes his chin like he has a long beard, and he's like, yeah, nice.
We're going down to the final game here in this set.
Come on, man, it's the first set. We still got a whole nother first to 10 to play. All right, both
Ooh,
players
okay.
taking a break. What if we see character switch? That would be amazing.
That would be really surprising. Sure.
Who knows, man? It's a crazy world we live in.
I don't know, but they're like 10 feet away from us, and they can totally hear us.
We only whisper when Saliou took off his headset. You can definitely hear us.
Kareem Kondekar.
Yeah, you know, he played Birdie earlier in Street Fighter V's life, but he's been Karen for a long time.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't expect a change.
Well, we have seen him go back a few times at Wednesday Night Fights. Very seldom, but it's definitely happened.
Okay. Well, he's not going to do it here. He's going to run with Karen. I think that's the right call. I really like a lot of his Karen play.
Oh, yeah.
But the last 2 games have gone to Brian.
Round 1.
So final game in this first to 10 set.
This has been a set of swings. You know,
Oh.
2 games in a row for Brian, then 4 for Brian, then I think 5 for Sal.
Yeah, 4 or 5. It was one of those.
It was 5, and then after that it was 3. So it's been a game of swings, that's for sure.
Oh, wow. Gets the counter hit. Ready to get the confirm.
I do feel like Brian's been doing a much better job of dealing with when he expects Sal to dash.
Except for that.
Yeah, well.
Nice. No anti-air available. Didn't have a meter. Didn't commit to a button. I think that's really smart. And this time, no crouching strong. Nice pressure. There's the V reversal. Now, I do agree with that one. Finds the hit this time. Nice push. Kind of resets the position. And now Brian's back is to the wall.
Yeah, look at this movement all the way. EX not going to do it. Great tech, and then the button, and now Sal is going to be on match point.
Nice throw right there.
But he was on match point before.
Round 2.
We've seen this happen before.
Brian ended up taking that game anyway, so he's still very much in this thing. Has a couple of bars to start with as well. Some button scrambles going on in between them there. Really trying to take advantage of the situation. Who's going to get control? Oh, interruption!
Crouching strong. And you said that. If he starts doing proper reading on those dashes, he can do a lot more.
That'd be huge.
Life lead right now in favor of Karen. And you see Sal stopping, pulling out all the stops right now.
Sal's never challenged. After his own shoulder, he's let Brian press buttons every time, even if he has EX meter. Very risky to do EXDP after that kind of situation, but every time. Sal, now, will this be enough? It is!
Wow,
He
and
gets
that's
the
gonna be
mid-screen
that.
combo!
The 10-hit combo to take the first to 10, really nice. Wow, that was a touch-and-go set, in all honesty. A lot of us did not expect it to end that way, but
Like we said, it was a back and forth.
So, with that being said, before we're going to take a look at the brackets really quick.
Yeah, man, yeah, there's the handshake. You got to do that. As Brian said, you know what? You can't be upset after losing a first to 10.
Yeah, it was really
extremely close, right? So you still feel like you are, but you know, Brian started out with 2 games in a row. Then there was 1 from Sal. Then there were 4 in a row for Brian, and all of a sudden, Saliou really tried to figure that out. He had 5 in a row. There was 1 interruption by Brian, then 3 in a row from Sal. He took the lead, and of course, ended up taking it overall. So now he gets to play against KBrad. But before that happens, let's go over to Steve, who's going to talk with both players.
Well, that was a crazy touch-and-go set. I cannot believe that that played out the way that it did. First off, I want to say congratulations. Great set, gentlemen. What do you feel like happened? Because you did lose the set overall, but you started off super strong. Can you enlighten us a little bit?
I think I have a really good idea of what happened. So I had what I brought in the beginning of the set. I don't think Sal has seen before with the way I did my Nikali pressure and all that, right? And I was able to get a lot of games out of it. And I think the way I mixed it up stopped Sal from adapting for the first couple games, right? But when he went to that character select screen, and I think he's just been thinking about it a long time, and they kind of, when he went to the character select screen again, I think he has some sort of, a lot of things came together, a lot of the adjustments he was trying to make. And what I noticed was that Sal started to just kind of rely on Karin's tools that she has that is strongest, like strong standing meeting kick, and just really making sure that he is not letting himself open for no good reason. When one thing I noticed was that I started to kind of get nervous about it, and I would run into his reversal jabs on his defense, and it took me a while to catch on. And I think, they gave him a lot of openings. And honestly, after Sal switched it around, it was up to me to switch it back or adjust back to him. And honestly, I did it a little bit too slow, and I think that's why I got the set.
Wow. Well, what a description. It was really good. Now, I want to hear your take on this. What do you feel like changed? Because you were getting blown up. Just a little bit. Not too much. Just a smidge. What was the change? Like he said, he pointed out that little break helped you out a lot. Do you feel like that was the only thing? What is your take on it?
So I watched a lot of BJ's matches leading into this to kind of prepare myself.
Wait a minute. That's cheating, just FYI.
Yeah, right. So I did not expect his neutral game to be as strong. And I think that's one thing that I really got to commend you for working on is you are getting very solid. And I kind of didn't respect it. I wanted to keep testing it. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to play solid neutral in 3 or 4 games, but if you can really consistently do it, that's what I wanted to see. And he can. So I'm like, man, I should probably stop. I should play him in neutral in ranges that are good for my character. And I realized that in this moment, I am not prepared enough with Karen to know how to stop Necalli's tools. So I figured if I can't stop Necalli, I got to stop BJ. So I started doing dashes. I started doing stuff to kind of confuse him as a player because I couldn't really figure out his character. The wall you built with your character is very strong. And I got to say, it's really crazy just kind of standing here and playing against BJ because when I first started playing Street Fighter, he was one of the first people that I played against, and he destroyed me. Oh, yeah. Complete annihilation. Like, not even a chance. It's like, you ever seen, like, one of them things? What's that? I can't even think right now, all right? I'm too much Street Fighter. But anyways, he is, like, a super solid player, and I'm really happy that I won, and I'm not surprised that it was as close as it was.
So, with that being said, first off, congratulations again. And I want to ask you, if you have any pointers for him going to play versus KBrad, what would you say?
I mean, I think the latter half of the set really just showed that Sal knows his stuff. Like, he's a really good player, and his card is super strong. And I mean, I understand what he meant with the testing and everything, but I don't think you really got to test, man. You got to go all out right from the beginning, and I think you'll be fine. And I think just hearing Sal's explanation, I think one thing that really did blow me up was Sal's offense. Like, he was getting the dashes.
His dashes was doing.
He was catching me off rhythm. Yeah, because I was trying to look out to counter the dashes too. I was trying to hit him preemptively and everything, but he just kept on catching me right between my rhythm, and that's so important when you catch someone off their rhythm. And he gets his standing line kick in there, and it's his turn, and he gets me a little, pressured and everything, right? And honestly, I think if anything, not even the neutral game, I think Sal's offense really just turned this match around a lot, honestly, because he opened me up a lot, man. Yeah.
Well, with that being said, what a great set, gentlemen. Seriously, I want to shake your hand. Awesome set. Awesome games, gentlemen. Well, we're going to come back after this break. We're going to have our next first to 10 up. It will be Saliou versus KBrad. Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to the King of the Hill here at ESL in Burbank, California, Southern California, SoCal, in this NorCal v SoCal rivalry. I'm Ultra David.
Tasty Steve.
So we just saw a really sick set between Sal and Brian.
Yes.
Extremely close. It looked for a while like it was going to be a blow-up in favor of Brian, but
True.
Sal really made some strong adjustments. I really liked the conversation that you guys had.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean the interview?
Yeah, the interview I thought was really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about it afterward, too.
Oh, yeah. We were definitely over there. Like, the entire break, we were just talking about how good that set was, the adjustments that were made, certain things that I pointed out that was happening, and they was like, oh, man, I didn't even realize that. And I was like, yep. You know, so it definitely played out a lot closer than I thought. Great matches all around. Set ended up being 9-10 in way of Saliou. So, with that being said, I guess we're going to go into getting ready for our next matchup. And if you guys aren't aware of how this works, we're going to take a look at the format. First off, this is ESL King of the Hill Coast Invitational. This is NorCal versus SoCal. King returns next week to defend the title. So whoever wins this next first to 10 set will come back next week for a chance to be that King of the Hill for the next week.
And because KBrad is the one who won it last week, he is here again, defending his title. First to 10, of course, all the characters are in there. All the stages except for 2 are banned. Those are pretty commonly banned. And then the loser has the option to change character, but again, not expecting that here between these 2 players. Just expecting Cammy for KBrad and expecting Karen for Sal. There's KBrad with the little king next to his name on the left side. I said when this thing started that, you know what, NorCal, I'm going to call it NoCal, unless or until somebody from NorCal manages to actually take King of the Hill. And I was able to keep that up for a little while, but the last couple weeks I have not been able to. NorCal has been represented pretty well by KBrad, who's apparently living there now. Sal from Southern California, the challenger now. You can see he just defeated Brian. And his reward is going to play KBrad. And we're going to go talk with Steve about that with the players.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Of course, you know Saliou, he just beat Brian Gion, but of course we have last week's King of the Hill champion, EG's very own, Mr. KBrad. How are you doing today, sir?
Pretty good, man. It's a pretty sick set.
I was just about to say, so how did you feel about that set? Just a quick rundown.
I definitely was like, wow, why is it 6-1? I was like, it definitely is supposed to be way closer than this. And then he made that like adaptation when they went to character select. So I was like, oh, okay, this looks more like the set that I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like 10-8, 10-7, something like that.
Okay. So how do you feel going into this set versus Mr. KBrad?
I think that KBrad is a really interesting player. I'd say one of the more interesting players that's in Pro Tour this year, because he definitely started off with some troubles understanding the game. And he took the time to really rethink his approach. And now he's very dominant. When I watch his play, it's close to immaculate. So I'm really impressed, and I am looking forward to being able to play against him and see how I do. I'm excited. Yeah.
Do you feel like this matchup, I feel like you have a lot of experience in this matchup. Matchup-wise, do you feel like this plays out better for Karen or Cammy?
I think it's more for Cammy because Karen has to be on point with her anti-airs, you know, because I have a dive kick. Right. So I think, like, on the ground, it's about the same character, you know, it's like pressure all day. But, like, as far as, like, when she jumps at me, I can anti-air. But when I jump at her, it's like a guess sometimes. So I think the match is slightly in Cammy's favor. But, you know, we both bleed. We both have 900 health. So, you know, like, I get hit, I lose. Like, you know, Karen gets hit, she loses. Same stuff.
Great point. Same question. How do you feel about this matchup overall, Cammy versus Karen?
I pretty much am going to echo Kenneth's thoughts. Like, it's, if you look at it from a tool set perspective, I guess you would give a slight edge to Cammy just because of that jump factor. But I do think that Karen has a little more damage than Cammy when it comes to stray hits that you land. So I'm hoping to use that to my advantage. You know, I don't want to deal with that dive kick, and if I get caught by it, then I messed up. Yeah.
Very great points. This is a first to 10 set for the King of the Hill. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, more King of the Hill action here from ESL. Stay tuned.
Okay, welcome back to the King of the Hill. So we're going to have KBrad, who's been running the show the last couple of weeks, on next versus Saliou, who squeaked by Brian Gian. Very, very close. I thought their description of the Karen versus Cammy matchup was basically spot on.
Really?
Right? When this game first came out, a lot of people talked about these two characters as being basically the same character. Karen and Cammy as having very similar ideas on the ground,
Right.
but, you know, the dive kick, yada, obviously some differences. But as the game has gone on, I feel like there has really been a separation in terms of how they're played. In the matchup, though, in the head-on matchup, you know, they both have these pretty solid ground buttons. Cammy has the dive kick, and Karen's buttons are a little bit better. But
Okay.
it's like they kind of have similar ideas
That's
about
true.
how to play.
That's true.
And the pressure is quite similar. Yeah, I think I've been really interested to watch Cammy versus Karen because there have been some really strong players who we've seen
Yes,
with
that's
those
100%
with
true.
those characters, right? We saw Justin versus KBrad a couple of times
Yeah.
in big tournaments, including a set where KBrad ended up beating Justin finally. But we've
That's
also
100%
seen
true.
you know Mago play against strong Cammies. So I feel like these are two characters that I enjoy watching in part because there are such interesting, strong players playing them.
Yeah.
Right. So you really get to see a difference in play style. We're going to see more of that today.
Well, that was a great description right there. If you like descriptions, you should definitely check out Ultra Chin TV for more information alike if, you know, that's your thing or not. Check it out, twitch.tv/UltraChinTV, as well as if you play video games, you're going to need a controller. Controller Chaos, one of our fine sponsors here. Of course, you have seen some of those controllers available. And don't forget, all you have to do is follow the links below if you guys want a potential chance to win a Controller Chaos for yourselves. And they look immaculate if you guys haven't seen them before.
That's right. All right. Well, I think the players are setting up right now. We're going to go over to KBrad and Saliou. I think Sal's going to be rocking the no headphones version again, just so you can hear all the little secrets that we have to say.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably what this is about.
I feel like that's part of his strategy. He's listening to the commentators.
Genius. Well, we're going to commentate regardless.
I don't blame
We
him.
got to do our job.
So, like you said before, yeah, these characters definitely do kind of play very similar. Both do have 900 health, which KBrad said himself.
Yeah.
I do feel like two of the differentiating factors in between these characters is the fact that Cammy's entry, it can come from the air as well. She has great buttons on the ground, they have to respect. But Karen does not really have that air entry. She's more of a wall-like defense character when it comes to finding those openings, getting pressure on the ground after a knockdown, getting those hits, and keeping her pressure up, standing light kick, crouching strong, crouching medium kick to keep that up. And Cammy has the same thing, but her momentum is really what carries her. And the fact that it happens so fast. One back throw, you're in a bad situation. What are you going to do? You just got opened up again. Now you're stunned. And that's typically how the rounds play out. So let's see how this goes.
Well, I feel like KBrad has really gotten the style of Cammy that has a lot of strong success in this kind of a matchup. He's so patient, and his confirms are so good. He doesn't need to rush in against a wall character. You know, he can make things happen patiently. He can be slow about it.
Oh, wow. Nice. Just walks right
Great
into
range.
it.
Yeah, perfect spot. Punish, yes. KBrad's not going to let any of that stuff go. Keep in
Nice.
mind, he has played against Justin Wong a lot. He knows the character really well. Justin Wong, one of the best Karens in the world.
And a lot of people would argue KBrad is one of the stronger players in the country, if
I
not
think
the
so.
world.
Yeah.
Not only with Cammy, but just in general. So you know he's got a lot of fundamentals that he can bring to this matchup alone. And like you said, playing Justin is definitely an it factor to this matchup. So
A little bit closer play right there by Sal, and he used that to get the anti-air for himself. Oh, again!
wow. Just at the tail end of that EX dive kick right there.
Keeping his eye on that. That's really good to see.
Oh, look at that standing medium kick, keeping Cammy honest. Nice double jab, gets the back throw, and look at that position change right there. Finds the roundhouse.
Nice stuff by Sal. He played up close.
Oddly enough, I didn't think it was going to work out that way if he played up close, but
Well, you know, KBrad is so patient, and part of that is in his usage of Dragon Punches. He so rarely brings out Dragon Punches, and so you can really pressure him without having too much fear of that stuff.
nice. Wow. Saliou, he's so content with like feeling like if he does not have the offense that he wants, that he'll just back up, and I feel like that's what's gonna make him excel in this matchup. Oh, nice confirm right there. gets hit unblocking. Probably trying to move around, just shimmy a little bit, but still gets opened up, and there is the air
Other
cross
side.
under.
Gonna
Nice
get close to
awareness.
sealing this. Or maybe even do it. No, he saves the
Oh.
bar. I guess he thought it wouldn't kill.
Gets the throw. Look at that stun bar as well. Uses that just to get out.
Is that going to be enough? It is. Game 1 goes to Sal. What a start. Looking very strong right there. In the first round, I felt like that really went how KBrad wanted it to go. And then the second and third were very different.
Well, if you notice, one of the things that I feel like a lot of people forget when they're fighting Cam is that it's not that they forget, it's they don't know how to deal with, you know, dive kick pressure, EX, or just normal alike. You see Sal holding back in a lot of situations just to make sure that you're at least going to have to block. Or you're not going to hit, or I'm going to get out of range of it, and then he hits a button. And he challenges, and then he gets a confirm into a combo. Nice damage right there starting off, but you see KBrad still has the life lead with Cam. Oh, wow. Just to get out of that. That's really smart. Let that trigger run down, get away from him, but now,
Spinning bar to make sure he can get in. Again. Wow, what range!
Yeah, just holding back, like I said before.
Love that spacing. Saw the blocking.
So much damage just because he took off a little gray life with that throw as well.
And the whip punish. Ooh, man.
Uh-oh.
He is ready.
Round 2.
3 rounds straight here for Saliou.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great bait.
nice crush counter.
A lot of damage on Karen. Corner carry was there. Huge! Gonna get close to stun. Not quite there.
Oh,
There it is. What a round by KBrad. It's not gonna be over, but pretty close. Essentially 3 combos. You know? And he mentioned how both characters can die so quickly.
yeah.
Each character deals damage well, but they just can't take it.
Oh, wow. And that didn't combo. Just got 2 hits. KBrad must have been hitting a button right there. And there's that throw. He's going to try to get something started right now. And like I said before, that's where it comes from. That knockdown is really what gets Cammy started. Sal, nice challenge with the crouching jab to get the confirm. Takes the fight back to the middle of the screen. And look at that stun bar on Cammy. Nice. Tries to get out with the backdash, and there's another throw.
Love this movement. But, oh, anti-air.
Nice. Gets the counter hit, but no confirm, and that's the end of the trigger.
Yeah, that trigger's out of there.
Like I said, just holding back.
You know, I feel like KBrad is getting a little bit desperate with his usage of trigger, his usage of meter as well. And he has to make a comeback. Sal has played this so well. The spacing has been there. Ooh. Oh, it was just a frame or 2 off from that being the right call.
Another anti-air, but now he doesn't have a choice right now. And now, a little meter, 1 EX bar left. Of course, he's going to use it, but the drop.
KBrad had a couple of hits there that could have ended up sealing it. Didn't take them. Oh, Fierce!
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Fierce was good there.
How did he know?
Against crouching medium kick?
How did he know?
Interesting.
Cammy, the Fisher woman.
Mm-hmm.
Catch you out there sitting on that boat, throwing the lure out. Bop, counter hit, knockdown. My turn to play.
Great whip punish. Gets the confirm again. KBrad exactly where he wants to be right now. Stun.
Oh, nice. Crouching jab, gets the confirm, pops in the trigger.
Gets the corner, and just like that, complete reversal. Ah.
Oh.
No! Very unfortunate for KBrad there.
And KBrad just not hitting buttons on wake up. Not even.
Not quite that.
Yeah, and
What
you
a
know
reaction.
he's gonna
That's so
spin
fast.
it. Yeah.
Even if you know it's coming, you can still have trouble reacting to jump instant EX dive kick because it's just so quick. But Sal's been there.
So we see quite a few Karens, right? But we don't see many Karens willing to spin that EX bar for anti-air, and I feel like that's the difference. Even, I don't feel like Justin does that enough for it to be something you're 100% ready for and to change your game around it.
KBrad with some drops.
Nice tech. Tries to block it out, gets the throw.
Yes. Been really good at that. Saves the bar.
Critical art is available. Gets the stun though. Don't even really need it.
No, he doesn't need super. Doesn't even need a special move.
Nice. Restaurant just destroyed by these violent women.
That girl in there doesn't look too worried about it. forward, and just the patience from KBrad.
You see KBrad not so quick, changing up his timing and his button of choice on jump in sometimes. See that jump in light kick, and then you see him switch between EX or regular dive kick. So that's actually what you want to do. It gave him a great life lead, and now you see Sal has to move around a little more to try to make sure he's in the safe range.
Well, that was Sal's case in the last set, too. He needed to start bringing in more movement, and he did. Wow, jump short was enough. That not quite there. There it is, though.
Double jab. One of those was a counter hit, so that means he must have hit a button.
Cammy wins.
So KBrad's starting to get the hang of things. Yeah, that movement was a big part of the last set. That's for sure, and it's something that he brought up himself. But it's hard to always be outside of that mix-up range for Cammy. Cammy has the mix-up just moving forward against you with dive kick, jump roundhouse, whatever it's going to be. Short dive kick.
Oh, nice confirm right there. There's that throw again. And this is where you see KBrad get started. Let B reversal, gives time to block. Wow.
Okay, a couple of times we've seen that.
Yeah, I was about to say, committing to that V skill. Oh, this time hits the button.
Interrupted by Sal. And he's a hit away from taking this, depending on what he gets. If he gets a combo now, he can seal the deal.
Oh,
KBrad went for it.
to be careful. 2 bars of EX available for Cammy.
Oh, he got it
Of course
again.
he's gonna do it again.
It's just, look, even if you know, again, even if you expect the EX to come, it's still so fast that reacting to it is just not easy.
Right.
But Sal has been there.
And the angle that she activates at is completely beneficial for the anti-air range, especially to stop a dive kick from Cammy. It's that throw again in the corner. It's really smart quick tech. You do not want to be on the ground letting Cammy move around. Oh, oh, what a series
Big
from Sal.
stuff.
Look at how much life she just lost.
Look at that stun bar, too. Patience. Got the hit, stun, and that should be the game. And now we're going to be tied up 2-2.
I'm really... KBrad is not committing to P's at all on Wake Up. I wonder why.
That's KBrad. I'm telling you, he's been that way ever since I've seen him play. In Street Fighter 4, when he first started traveling around, you know, years ago, he was already playing like that. That's just always been his style. He really believes strongly in playing cleanly, you know, and not taking big risks and then just playing a fundamentals kind of style.
I respect that.
Yeah, I do too. Sometimes you need to have the risks in there too, right? But he doesn't bring that up very often, especially on his own defense.
Nice, gets a throw, corner position. There's the quick tech and the pop.
No, we had, I don't know how many errors now. Half a dozen for sure.
Same side, nice, gets another crush counter. Too late for the V skill to connect.
And the anti-air was good. That wall was great by Sal. Just kept control. Even backed off a little bit to that spot.
Round 2. Fight.
So what happened? Oh my God.
He's tried it a few times, but I think that might be the first one that's worked out.
Oh, finds another opening. Look at the stun bar on Cammy right now. Sal not backing up too far.
Down strong? Did you see that? Is that an anti-air?
That's one of his things. He was doing that a lot versus BJ as well. Ryan, my mistake. Oh. Oh, finds a hit again, and now another stun.
Had a red bar right there.
Oh, wow. You gonna
Sal,
do
he
it?
has super. Doesn't use it.
Oh,
He went for the thing!
Still not over. And
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. And Sal, and look, I would do this KBrad's face.
Final round. Fight.
Now look at this offensive change here
Interesting.
by KBrad.
That jump roundhouse actually made that whip. Okay.
Wasn't even an anti-air this time.
Backdash ends up getting blown up. KBrad now able to pressure exactly how. No, he threw out of the corner.
Yes.
Was blocking while doing it. Right there with the whip punish. He did that with the Fierce earlier.
Oh, nice delay on that one.
Look at
There's
that.
the
I
throw.
love the closeout to that round right there by KBrad. all of a sudden he was very insistent.
Lots of pressure. Definitely not letting him get away with anything this time around. Not letting him get out of there. Be safe.
This is the 12th win for player 1.
Round 1.
Okay. So we're seeing a bit of a back and forth.
Still really close. 2-3 right now in favor of KBrad. There's that neutral jumping coming out.
Interrupted.
Yeah, Sal trying to get pressure after landing that crouching strong, but you slowly see the changes being made here by KBrad.
Yeah, I like his spacing on the dive kick approach a little bit better. I like his timings on some of those a little bit better. Still excellent on the hit confirms, that's for sure. Whoa! I gave him props.
There's a throw.
Safe. Yeah. Okay, activates now. Sal pressuring still. No Dragon Punch, just the escape instead.
Nice backdash to get out of there, and I'm sure KBrad is aware that Sal will spend it. Oh,
Out of the air, unfortunate for KBrad. And KBrad again just playing that patient game.
trigger still there. 40 seconds left. Look at the great
Getting
light
close to
adding
super
up.
too. Oh!
Nice tech.
Sorry,
Look
getting
at
close
the
to chip.
patience.
Ow, EX! So we tried it there again. Even though that has been caught by Sal a number of times.
Fight.
Went for it again, this time it worked. Nice. Good understanding of what Sal was going to do in that kind of situation. Knockdown again!
Nice sweet shoulder right there on wake up, and there's the DP.
Okay, 2 in this set so far. Here in game 6.
Shell back.
Okay, Sal now pressuring in the corner. Interrupted again. I feel like KBrad's starting to pick up some of those timings that Sal likes to bring out.
Throw again. Needs to be really careful. Getting in dangerously close to that kill range. Critical art is available for KBrad.
Yeah, and he's fishing for it.
Needs to be careful jumping now. We all know Sal will burn that meter just to get the kill and just the anti-air overall. He wants you to play this neutral game. He wants you to stay on the ground with him. Oh, gets clipped by the overhead.
Well, I'd like to see KBrad stick to this. Well, he ended up jumping.
Oh, wow.
That's a huge
There's the
chance.
tech.
Right. No punish.
Trigger is available. There's another tech by Sal. He's on point with his throw breaks right now.
Oh, no confirm. There it is.
Wow.
He tried to air it, maybe? But that EX side kick was too fast. Too fast.
Kenny wins.
6 goes to KBrad.
Round
Like I said,
one.
some of those button timings I think are starting to get solved a little bit by KBrad.
He's picking up slowly but surely. Not close enough that he can make a block, but he's a throw it to the corner.
Ooh, all right. Good spacing right there. Oh, that was perfect. Ooh, I don't know. Intentional, maybe? I'm not really sure.
Oh, finds a hit anyway. Goes right to DP. Just that powered up version. No anti-air
This time. Yeah, how about that? Sal's been so good.
That's how, there it is. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Okay, looking for something big. KBrad with the tech.
Just to throw. Ooh, it looked like he got thrown out of something right there. Nice anti-air DP there for KBrad. Shimmying in and out of range.
Okay, looking for that super. No, just goes for the grab and kind of reset. Fortunately for Cam, he doesn't really get too much there.
We've seen.
Oh, I like the choice.
This time confirms it and gets the shoulder. Didn't even have to spin the bar. Needs to be really careful. Once again, answering that jump over with crouching strong.
Yeah, I really like that. And I like too that Sal has gotten under so many situations, both against Brian and here against KBrad.
Well, and the thing is though,
Great block this time. That had caught him a few times.
Oh,
Stun.
wow.
And now Sal really just looking for something big. KBrad. Oh!
Oh wow.
Lucky.
Just right out of range.
KBrad not taking the bait.
And you know Cammy doesn't care about getting out of there. That trigger is definitely a problem. Oh.
Okay. Wow, okay.
Forward throw. A little bit of trigger left. What's going to happen? It's another forward throw. Stun bar starting to get a little full.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
throw.
Is he going to go for it again? Back.
Oh, wow,
Really?
that's
And the
a
kill.
nice chunk.
Yeah, I'll say. But with the back throw, I mean, I guess it was just a tech, really, but it turned into the back grab instead.
Nice. Gets that crush counter sweep. Nice push to the corner.
Oh, no.
Gets that standing fierce. Drops the combo, though.
So a couple of these shimmy attempts have just been grabbed by KBrad. That's something that Sal has to look at. Back to this range control by KBrad, where he's been able to get in when he wants to and stay out when he wants to. You know, I'm surprised not to see anything be done about that B skill. It's really not that fast. Not expected. It's not like a commonly used tool, but it's the
It's
third time
definitely
now.
something you can look at and say, oh, he did a V seal. I need to hit a button, a crouching button.
Right.
Oh, they're on this side. But, you know. Nice.
Super, and that's probably going to do it.
It's probably going to be the round. Right now, 5-2 for KBrad.
So it definitely seemed closer at the start. I mean, of course, Sal won the first game, but it was a little bit of back and forth. And now since then, it's been 3 in a row for KBrad. Like I said, I feel like KBrad's starting to get the handle
Yes.
on some of the timings from Sal. And I just love the spacing that he has. That KBrad is at a range where he can attack from. And like he mentioned before, his approach can be a mix-up from, dive kick or not. But at the same time, he's at a range where Karen can't really approach that safe, right? Like, she can't jump that safely. She can't dash that safely. He's often stuck out buttons like crouching medium kick and stand fierce to buffer into drill when he expects something like a dash up, you know, some sort of ground movement tool from Karen. So he's just been very consistently standing at that strong range for himself.
Yeah, we saw a lot of times where Sal was actually making those adjustments and walking out of range of dive kicks, but now you see KBrad walking in a little deeper, making that commitment. He was like, you know what? Now I'm gonna walk all the way in. Oh, now you're gonna walk back? Well, I'm gonna push you to the corner and I'll fight for the throw just to control that neutral space. Like, that's one of the changes that you've seen KBrad make. Sal needs to, at this point, I feel like he needs to be a little more offensive, because now he has the ground game to where he can have an actual fight and not have to worry about too much air interference, because he's been so consistent with the anti-airs. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before KBrad goes back to it if something isn't done.
Well, it really seems like Sal has let KBrad dictate the pace. You know, KBrad has been in when he wants to be and has just been at the right spot more often. Hard to just say, hey, you should be at the right spot more often, but, you know, that was a mix-up, right? Like, if that had been a different dive kick or a jump roundhouse, that would have been properly anti-aired.
Oh, wow. Another stun. Builds a little meter, gets the throw, and secures himself a critical art for the next round.
Fight.
Okay. Dash up, grab on the ground. I think that might be the first time, but you can see how few buttons Sal's pressing. He's looking for the jump in, he's looking for the anti-air, but the ground control as a result hasn't been there.
Oh, gets that jump in fierce. Look how much life is on the table right now.
You know, just as I mentioned that it would seem like Sal had looked for the anti-air, he started playing the ground buttons, and that's exactly when that jump fierce came from KBrad to take advantage of it. Beautiful timing. Air to air was good.
You see KBrad just saying, you know what, that's fine. You're getting a little too frisky with these buttons. I'm just going to walk out of there. Gets the throw. Trying to find a hit right now. There's the activation. Another tech. There's the anti-air. Successful this time.
Oh, blocking, really. Oh, very cute.
Saliou trying to get something started right now. 40 seconds left on the clock.
There's plenty of time. It's just a question of whether he can make things actively happen, or is he waiting for KBrad to come in and hoping to get the right call in reaction. You know, that's how I feel like he's playing. It's very reactive. Very few buttons on the ground, and that's one of Karen's strengths. Buttons on the ground.
It's the throw again. 6-2 right now in favor of KBrad.
Kenny wins.
Now, it was when it was 6-1 in the last set that Sal really woke up. You know, and then he took, I think, 5 in a row, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
five
he
in
took
a row.
5 in a row.
Round one.
Don't count him out yet. KBrad, like we mentioned, is one of the strongest players in the world. He'll be at Capcom Cup this weekend. But Sal's is no slouch.
Nice.
Okay, maybe some pressure. No, third time.
This time. Nice anti-air of his own. But we've seen him in this exact situation, and then this would happen. Gets so much damage on the turnaround and goes right back to that neutral.
I mean, it's so useful for KBrad to be able to react the way he does. Nice. Roulette kill. Yes.
Gets clipped on the tail end. Saliou takes some round this time.
Round 2. Fight.
Walking up so brazenly. Just throw. You know, you can really see not just the air control, but it's starting to become ground control too for KBrad.
And you can see he's not budging on so much of it. He's either hitting buttons in that range, or he's walking you to the corner at this point. Nice usage of EX dive kicks right there, and still great positioning. And there's that pushing I was talking about. Just pushing him to the corner. Still has 2 EX bars available and a V reversal.
Okay, maybe the start? And no, KBrad just getting away. Oh, look at that. It seemed like he was going to stay away, right? But all of a sudden he was exactly at the spot he needed to be.
Right now, chip range with that grip board. Is it worth it? Do you feel that confident in the next round and in the matchup?
No need,
commit?
I guess.
Yep. Definitely feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, he still had such a big life lead.
Mission complete.
Final round.
It's not looking too good for Saliou this time. And
Confirm was there, and now KBrad. Oh, really? Jump out. That orange bar is threatening. Okay.
oh wow.
So Sal defending well right there, but still, how is he gonna make this happen? You know, we've seen the reactive play. Sometimes the defense works out, but we have seen so few effective approaches.
And it seems so much harder to get in on a player like KBrad with a character like him. Like we said before, he just seems so aware of what needs to happen in the spaces that he needs to control, but he's finding hits right now. Saliou really close to stun. Wake up.
4.
And that's 4. You told me you wouldn't do that, David.
Look, he doesn't often do it. Okay.
All right, back in. 3-6 right now.
Cody wins.
Oh, you see the smile.
And you know, until that game, he had won a round. He had won 1 round in the past 4.5 games. KBrad already where he wants to be. Oh, no, confirm. Got the second one, though.
Oh, that's another really close to stun.
Oh, God.
Bait it again, and this is going to hurt.
It's going to do it. What a recovery. So game finally went to Sal, and then immediately after that, perfect. Doesn't get much better recovery than that.
I feel like KBrad is playing like the perfect triangle at this point. Every time he sees that he can miss the one, he switches to a different strategy. Sees that he tries to change to stop their strategy, he goes back to 1. It's just he's playing 3 points right now, and it's definitely working out in his favor.
Finally, no tech in that situation. Sal just waits for the jump.
Gets clipped by the EX anti-air. Pretty late on that V reversal.
Oh, so nice. Down jab anti-air. Amazing choice.
Oh, this time, choosing to dash up and not just hit a button. That's what's gotten him killed around 3 matches now.
Now, I really like the use of EX's anti-air. That said, I almost wonder if KBrad is approaching at ranges where he expects the EX anti-air to come. And if he gets it, then that's great, obviously. But if he gets knocked down, then Sal just doesn't have meter to be effective in combos, right? It's pretty rare that he does. So the anti-airs have come, but when he has offensive opportunities, they haven't been many, but when he has them, they're not as damaging as they could be.
Oh, no. And I think that comes from the fact that KBrad is playing at a range and a way that confirming and going into active combos while doing this it's not the easiest thing in the world because you're not 100% sure where your next hit's going to come from. That's how well KBrad is playing.
Wow, the stun. lot of damage available right now. And look at that.
First round. Potential game 8 here for KBrad.
Round 2. Fight.
Gotta see more of those buttons. Gotta see more of that ground control from Saliou.
Very Justin-esque situation right there. That exchange. Oh, what a
yeah?
neutral jump. And gets the sweep after really close to getting stunned. Tries to go for the overhead.
With
There's
punish
the
was
confirm.
huge from KBrad.
Yeah. Gets trigger activation. You see offense just come so naturally to this character. Really close to a return
that's
stun.
it.
And game 8 is looking like it's in the bag for KBrad.
I really think a huge part of this is KBrad's ability to hit confirm.
Oh,
those,
yeah.
those stand fierces, those crouching medium kicks. To be so accurate with how much, you know, with your reactions in those situations, allows them to get so many hits, so many knockdowns, so much escape from pressure that you just don't get unless you have those reactions.
Oh, yeah. And the fact is, he's willing to confirm and bet money in that range where you want to hit a button. You're like, okay, you just broke a throw. I walked in and out of range. You're crouching down forward, and now you're going to hit a button because you're kind of frantic. Boom, confirm, fierce. You know, and he's been doing it all game, like this entire set.
Yeah, you got it. That's, I feel like, one of his biggest strengths. So EG KBrad representing Northern California, threatening to maintain his streak as King of the Hill.
Fight.
Good.
5. Yeah, he's really bringing that out. That's
Definitely
for
bringing it
KBrad. That's like a million.
You said he didn't do this.
Yeah.
David, you lied to me.
You got it.
Gets the throw. Oh, nice, standing strong right there to find the hit. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Ooh, I thought he was going to be on the other side.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Okay. EX. Oh, doesn't even need, huh? Interesting.
Doesn't need it. All right.
Like it.
So, what point in this set do you relax? Heard Brian talking about it earlier. He was like, "Well, I knew I still had to play because it wasn't at 7." And Sal agreed. He was like, "Yo, you're 100% right. I was definitely still willing to fight back from that end." But when does that come into play over here? It's 8-3 right now.
Yeah, at some point it starts to feel like it's just an oppressive difference,
Yes.
right? As Sal's side and on KBrad's side, you start to think, well, even if I start to make some errors, over time, can I take 2 more games before Sal takes 7?
Yeah.
You know, you start to feel good about it. But just knowing KBrad, I would think that he's trying to do his best, at least, of not giving into that.
Yeah, he feels and he looks comfortable, more than comfortable enough to keep at this pace and take advantage of all the mistakes being made.
Fight.
Nice delay. Oh, wow. Nice out of range there. Trying to bait out the DP, I bet. And now he has a successful way in. Now he knows that, well, he's installed the fear of being like, will I do it? That's 6 this time. I'm always going to remind you of this, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Has a chance right now. And game 9 for KBrad. It's looking like it's fast approaching. Nice anti-air, but don't count out Sal.
Oh, Sal might be in this.
Finds a hit. Oh, wait, what?
Okay, a billion. Grab, and he seals it, and there's a game. It's 8-4.
This is scary. It seems really hard. It's not even scary. It just seems really difficult. This, like, it's scary while you're playing, but right now, as these matches progress, all you start to see is the hill. You're looking at the hill you have to climb to get back and be a match in this game.
Definitely. Okay, look at this pressure now from Sal. Trying to act like a wall, but I love KBrad landing in front and then getting the hit. You can see how much Sal's trying to react, and KBrad is diffusing that.
Yeah, he's making sure that Sal isn't comfortable committing to an anti-air. Oh, wow, and just as I say that. Nice.
Okay. Not quite dead. And KBrad just gets away. He got that hit! That's gonna do
my
it. Wow, I'm telling you,
So
the
hard.
reactions. And it's tough to play against somebody with reactions like that too. You start to think, wow, there are no mix-ups.
I'm slow.
They just see everything.
I'm just so slow, and they're not.
Right.
And speaking of, look at how much life has been lost already confirmed in the critical art, and we're a little bit at 55% life at this point. Nice shimmy right there, and really close to stun.
That was a 10-second half life loss, and then the whole round went away in 19 seconds. KBrad, just a dominant performance in that one, and now he's going to be a tournament game.
Like I said, this is looking really difficult from this end. This is quite the hill to climb. Like, this is going to be really difficult. Goes back to character select, and you see Saliou thinking. Let's see what. Oh, I wonder what he's thinking. He's thinking character switch next.
I don't think so. Yeah. I think KBrad thinks that Cammy blows up Birdie anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard him say that.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't expect that. But, you know, Sal does have to think about how he's going to deal with the neutral game, because it's gotten to a point, and has been there for a while, of KBrad being able to approach from the air while at the same time, you know, tricking Sal into not anti-airing many times, or taking risks in anti-airing. But that also means that Sal's looking for the anti-airing. He's not looking to control the ground, and that's what Karen wants to do, right? She wants to control the ground or pressure, and instead we have a reactive play style out of Sal that just hasn't been strong enough long time.
We've definitely seen before where Sal has made these comebacks on a bunch of solid play calls. You know, gets the stun, gets the combo, but we've also seen him drop in a lot of situations and lose matches just based off of the fact that he couldn't find that opening in another player. And it's not that he wasn't willing to wait, it was just the fact that in a lot of times it gets really hard to see where to go. I mean, especially in a matchup where he's changing this, like you said, he's changing the trajectory a lot of times on his dive kick.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw, and it all began with that one time when he did wake up anti-air, and Cammy just sailed over him with that jumping roundhouse. And after that, I was like, well, now it's a question. Will KBrad be close enough for me to hit him?
Right.
Well, you know.
That's a big part of this. Air to air was good.
Oh, wow. Dashes up, nothing. KBrad gets the throw.
KBrad trying to approach. Okay, saw he was being a little bit too crazy about it. Backed off. Oh yeah?
I would have burned it.
Yeah, I think I might have too.
I think he's just not ready for it to hit. Oh wow, what a neutral jump. It was really weird. Nice tackle on the throw again.
Yeah, nice.
Wow, all right.
After that dive kick height, I mean, I'm not sure that was a punish, but definitely Cammy could not have pressed button safely first.
No, it seemed pretty meaty. It seems like it was just sitting there. All right.
Round one.
9-5.
Fight.
Not dead yet. KBrad pressuring. Yeah, okay. So that's one way to solve somebody who consistently walks back as you're getting up, right? Stick out a low attack. They can't both walk away for the shimmy and also block low.
Oh, 2 rounds in a row. Sal gets the stun. It's not gonna kill. Same
From the
side
front.
in this. Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Business is picking up, it seems like. Not to jinx it. Just saying. Seems like he's getting a better grasp on what's happening right now.
Wow, double dash.
Oh, wow. Tries to commit to that walk forward. Saliou hits a button. K-dash. I said K-dash. KBrad takes it to the air.
Trying to look for that cage. It seemed, oh, big chance now for Sal.
Oh, wow, okay.
Done a really good job with that mix-up, that's for sure. Oh, the big crouching. There's no the drop.
Anti-air. What's gonna happen? Uh-oh. Didn't spin the rest of his trigger though. Oh,
So big. Super. Is that gonna do it?
I think that's gonna do it.
That round seemed like everything was going well for Sal. Yeah, you're right. And even still,
Set
KBrad
point.
takes it.
Final round.
Set point, match point, and King of the Hill point. Will he maintain his position? It certainly seems like it.
I mean, the way he's playing is so dominant. The adjustments he made in this matchup from one game to the next. The first set, we saw like maybe, I'm sorry, we saw what, 5 to 6 games, and then we saw a major change. Nice.
Oh, okay. Crouching fierce again in that kind of situation. Very unusual choice.
Oh, side buttons this time. That was really smart. You saw KBrad do that medium wake up. Nice check right there on the jab. See, this is set point. Oh, wow. Critical art not on the table anymore. Tries to go for the shimmy, for the hit. Oh, I would have did it. Oh, I would have did it.
I think he just didn't expect it. Oh! Overhead, the block was there. Dash up
And
into
there's
the
the
ground. That's it. KBrad takes it 10 games to 5.
And you saw Sal making the adjustments. You saw him start to learn and say, okay, now I'm getting it. But just a pinch too late. Just a match or two off. Because it was already at 9 by the time he started to make those changes. And it gets really difficult. Like I said, that hill becomes almost unseeable. You can't see the top of it once it gets so many games in. And with that being said, King of the Hill champ this week will be EG's very own KBrad. So just in case you guys see.
Okay, KBrad takes it again. I have to still say NorCal. Congratulations to Northern California. I can't say NoCal yet. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to the way KBrad is playing. So strong. The neutral game control was there. The reactions were there. Hit confirms, all there. Love the patience, but I love too that he was willing to do Wake Up Dragon Punch sometimes. I think that was a really important part of it as well. So we're gonna go over to Steve, who is gonna have a conversation with them about how it went.
So congratulations to Mr. KBrad. EG's very own KBrad. Saliou, you did a great job. I mean, it's really hard. We did talk about this before. What are your thoughts on this match? Tell me what you're thinking right now about this match.
I think that I didn't really have a lot of experience with Cammy, and I was kind of figuring it out as I was playing, which is never really what you want to do. But I think that KBrad is a really strong player, and I'm not surprised by how solid he was. But man, it sucks. I wanted to win, but he played really good. He played really good. Yeah.
Well, of course you wanted to win. You did play. Like I said, I felt like you were figuring it out, but it was so much later in the match. And I felt like KBrad played like a triangle. Like he was like 1, 2, 3. You learn 2, he'd go back to 1. You go to 1, he'd go to 3. And it kind of played out like that. Can you tell me tell both of us what you feel like Saliou did wrong?
Not necessarily did wrong, but it's hard to make this decision because when I play Justin all the time, I jump at him a lot because I want him to burn his bar. I don't want him to have super ever. So I'm like, when I see him have 2 bars or 3 bars, I'm like, time to start jumping. Yeah. So I'll jump because I'll eat the little damage from the EX, and then I'm jumping and I do a really high dive kick, so all the hits of the EX won't hit me. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I'll eat this little bit of damage because Justin, he'll just hold on to it the whole match. Even if I'm jumping at him, he'll hold on to it the whole match, and then he'll just confirm and then into super, and then I lose like 40%, you know? So like whenever I play Karens, I'm like, oh, I think I need to start jumping at you here. So then I just start jumping, but maybe save the meter more. Justin usually saves the meter when I play him. But his offense was so sick when he finally got in. I was like, that was the scary part, determining when should I try to like backdash or if I should try to just block. He started throwing me too. Like he got to a point where he started just throwing me because I wasn't teching at all. I was like, oh, I'm just not going to tech. And then he started throwing me. I'm like, oh, okay, of course. But he played pretty good. It's just that hard decision if you want to keep your meter or you're not. Because the anti-air, you don't want me jumping at you, so you want an anti-air. Yep. But you want your super. You want your super more than anything, I think.
What's crazy was when I was on commentary, I said that exact same thing. I was like, I don't know if KBrad is used to somebody who uses their meter for anti-air. In that match, we saw that ground game was working out really good in your favor, but once you hit the corner, like you said, you started committing to throws, and then he was like, oh, okay, I'll eat that damage. But then he started baiting you out, getting a lot of like counter hits, baiting you to hit buttons. How do you feel about that? Like, what was your thought process? Because it seemed like you got irritated, and you were like, you know what, now I'm going to hit this button, and that's how he kept getting the hits.
I didn't really I mean, in the moment, it doesn't feel that way. For me, it's more like I think he's going to throw, so I'm going to attack.
No, that's everybody.
But it's rock paper scissors. I feel like a lot of the time, when you have an understanding of the risk reward in a matchup, maybe you're less likely to throw. And I think there are a lot of really good Cammy players that I've played with and played against and trained with, but none that really know how to manipulate her tools in the way that KBrad or Alex Myers are really very strong Cammy players do. So I think I don't know. It's just something I got to play more and figure out when is a good time to throw and when is not, and just kind of weigh the risk reward.
Well, one last question. How do you feel differently about the fact that he uses that meter?
Like I said, it's good. It's never a bad thing. It's just the decision at the moment. Like I'm clearly jumping because I don't want to get supered. I'm looking at my health and I'm like, all right, if I eat a super here, like I'm pretty much dead. But if I eat this EX, then I have a chance. And then she doesn't really get like a setup after it. She gets like a meaty shoulder, but I'll take the EX and then we'll go back to neutral, and then she doesn't have the super anymore. So him using it is actually really good, but I feel like he should use it at different times. Like when he was winning the rounds at the beginning. So when I would do EX dive kick to try to close out a round, he would use the meter there to close it out. I like it there, but not like just randomly when he has a super. When he has a super, I'm like, no, please keep it. Because if you keep it, then I'm gonna lose like 40%, then you win the round.
Well, with that being said, it was still a good set. A lot was learned from it. I learned a lot from just talking to you about the matchup. And we're gonna shoot it back over to Ultra David sitting at the desk now.
So congrats again to KBrad for winning it. We're going to see him again next week as he continues to reign as King of the Hill. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting point that KBrad had about being willing to take the little bit of damage from the EX so that he would not take the big damage of the combos. I know that was something that we had brought up during the commentary. Yeah. It seemed like that was something that he was looking for. That's never an easy decision to make, especially as a character like Cammy. Just don't have that much life. But it's certainly an interesting thing, and you have to think about your life as being just another interesting resource, and you have to use it. If you'd like to use these fancy sticks, well, you can either A, win King of the Hill, or B, you can follow ESL, SF, and Controller Chaos on Twitter. You have the chance to win one of them.
So, of course, that is not the King of the Hill series. We still have more players. Who knows who may show up next week to challenge KBrad, but they have to play at first to 10. Then we get another first to 10 to see who goes home with that King of the Hill belt. Like you said before, it's such a really hard thing to go through 10 games in matchups where you're learning on the fly, where you're adapting and trying to take the best out of that situation. And it just gets really difficult when it all boils down to the end of that matchup. It's really scary. And like KBrad said, like he's not used to fighting somebody who uses that meter. He's used to losing it at the end of the round. He's used to getting hit and losing it out.
Even if you know the character matchup well, you're still learning. You're still having to adapt because each human being plays it differently.
That's true.
So even if you know what all the characters' options are, what's this person's set of choices? What do they like to do? It's not always going to be the same. In fact, it will be different every time, and you always have to sort of adapt. And that means that you do have to always be learning. You have to always keep your eye open on what's happening, and you have to figure out how should I adapt to that. What are the lessons that I should be taking from how things are going right now? So that's one of the really cool things about a first to 10 set, that you have the time to do that. That's tougher to do in a 2 out of 3 or even in a 3 out of 5. But first to 10, true. Pretty awesome. Well, not easy to do, but a lot of fun to watch.
Well, make sure, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you follow the King of the Hill as well as twitch.tv/ESL. Don't forget, we do have also UltraChin TV. Make sure you guys follow us as well. We're going to have a show tonight.
We'll be talking about the Capcom Cup, which starts Friday in just a few days from now. KBrad will be there. We'll be talking about our, predictions and what we think is going to happen and all that sort of stuff.
So don't forget as well, make sure you follow Controller Chaos for a chance to win one of these beautiful sticks they have here at ESL. Of course, the winner does get one of these ESL sticks, Controller Chaos sticks. So, of course, they're beautiful. You want to play with them. Make sure you guys go follow. Besides that, do you have any other parting words?
I also want to say thanks to Addis for providing the monitors that we played on, Zowie by BenQ monitors. Definitely thanks to them for that. But, I guess I'm looking forward to seeing KBrad again. I don't know if he's
You
ever
really
going to
wanna
give
say,
this
you
up.
really want to say NorCal. You
Yes,
do.
I
You wanna-
do. Of course I do. I want my SoCal pride to come out. Look, I'm from Southern California. I spent some years up in NorCal. I lived there for 4 years, you know. But I'm always a SoCal guy.
Well, we will have you guys updated with who will be our next week's contender soon. So just make sure you guys follow us on social media. And besides that, I will see you guys next week.